Douluo I am an ice shooter invincible in ice power Chapter 26-50. Chapter 26 Yi Lingling, don't think about it. Friends from Kedian, this book will be available for QQ reading for the first time with 50,000 words. Please forgive me and thank you for your support. Close black lens bracket. Sure enough, being in a dangerous situation can bring out your own potential. After returning from the frozen forest last time, Shui Binger and Shui Wu began to study martial soul fusion techniques, but they did not make a breakthrough. Faced with the siege of the bluefin sawtooth fish, the teammates' soul power and physical strength were gradually exhausted. At this critical moment, Shui Binger broke out and completed the martial soul fusion skill with Shui Wu. Xiao Han knew that their martial soul fusion skills would have another form, turning ice and snow into ice and snow whirlpools, giving the opponent continuous cutting attacks. The lake was frozen, and even his teammates felt the biting cold. Such a powerful soul fusion skill consumes a lot of Shui Binger's soul power. Moreover, this is the first time she has successfully used it, so she has not yet fully adapted to it. Harrow, go kill it quickly. Good. Only then did Yu Harrow regain her composure. Under Shui Binger's control, only the head of the bluefin serrated fish that was sealed in the ice was exposed. Yu Harrow used her soul power to condense a sharp water blade and hit it on the head accurately, killing it. A trace of purple mist slowly rose from the body of the bluefin serrated fish. After confirming that it was completely dead, everyone breathed a sigh of relief. But their crisis has not been resolved. Having consumed a lot of soul power, Shui Binger's face turned a little pale. Having just been besieged by a school of fish, Shen Luyu, Chu Ruoshui and Shui Yuei, the weaker members of the team, all suffered minor injuries to varying degrees. It is too dangerous to absorb that soul ring on the lake. Xiao Han said. Binger's soul power has been consumed too much and cannot last long. The target soul beast has been killed. Let's go to the shore. Sister Harrow will drag the soul ring to the shore and absorb it again. Good. You go first, I'll take care of you. Xiaohan, be careful then. Don't worry, nothing will happen. Shui Binger untied the ice and flew toward the shore with Shui Wu. Yu Harrow, Chen Luyu, Chu Ruoshui and Shui Yuei released their respective martial spirits and swam towards the shore at high speed. The moment Shui Binger untied the ice, the largest bluefin sawtooth fish seemed to come to life again. It opened its huge mouth and roared angrily, feeling unwilling to accept the defeat of the tribe. Its huge mouth suffered a heavy blow from Xiao Han. Many of its teeth were broken and its mouth was full of blood. But he still sent out a water blade and attacked Xiao Han. Xiao Han calmly shot an arrow and hit the water blade. Seeing that the situation was over, the bluefin sawtooth fish stopped attacking. Xiao Han looked down at it in the air and said coldly, "You don't know how to live or die, let me spare you for now. I will come back to take your life in the future and become my senior sister's soul ring." After Xiao Han finished speaking, he spread his wings and left, returning to the shore. Lin Zhuro smiled and said, "Facing the siege of the fish school, you did a good job and stayed calm in the face of danger. Not only did you successfully hunt the target soul beast, Binger and Shuiwu also completed the martial soul fusion skill in the process. The girls are very happy. The soul fusion skills of the two captains have finally been completed. This will definitely be a great boost to our team. Yeah, it's too powerful." Lin Zhuro looked at Shui Binger, her eyes filled with relief. "Binger, you have consumed too much soul power. Sit down and adjust your condition." Harrow, bring the soul ring over and adjust its state to prepare to absorb it. Good. The 1,000-year-old purple soul ring had condensed into shape, and under the guidance of Yu Harrow, it slowly came to the shore. Ji Yu Kingbo suddenly said, "Xiaohan, are you injured?" During the battle with the leader of the bluefin sawtooth fish, Xiaohan's arm was scratched by the dense water blades, causing blood to ooze out. Xiaohan said calmly, "This is a small injury, it's okay. Aren't you injured too? You all have tender skin and tender flesh. Don't leave any scars. I'll take care of it for you first." Xiaohan said as he took out the homemade plaster from the storage container. Shen Luyu and Chu Ruishui also had scratches on their arms, and Xiao Han treated their wounds. Ji Yu Qingbo and Shui Yuei were of the agility attack type, so they were faster and suffered only a few scratches. After Xiao Han treated Ji Yu Qingbo's wound, Shui Yuei stretched out her white and tender hand. Xiao Han grabbed Shui Yuei's little hand and said with a smile, "Sister, this is a small injury, I'll just give it a blow." "Oh, that's disgusting. Okay, stop making trouble and give you some medicine to avoid leaving scars." After treating everyone's wounds, Xiao Han finally treated the wound on his arm. Lu Yan said. Fortunately, Xiao Han knows medical skills and can alleviate everyone's pain. Xiao Han sighed. Unfortunately, I am not a healer, and my healing ability is limited. If there is a serious injury, there is nothing I can do. It would be great if there was a healer like Yi Lingling in our team. When it came to healing ability, Xiao Han blurted out. Yi Lingling. Who is he? Everyone is a little curious. Xiao Han had an idea and explained. Last time in the palace, I heard His Highness the Crown Prince mention that among the Royal Academy's current team, there is a soul master with super healing ability named Yi Lingling, and her martial soul is Juxin Haitang. It turns out to be the nine-hearted Begonia spirit master, no wonder. Lin Juro continued. The Juxin Haitang martial soul can be said to have the smallest number of martial souls in the entire Douluo continent. They are from a single lineage, and there are only 2 Juxin Haitang soul masters surviving at the same time. The Juxin Haitang soul master is also a special existence, regardless of whether there is only one healing soul skill for how many soul rings, so their healing ability is very powerful. No matter how serious the injury is, they can be healed, and they will not die as long as they are still alive. After listening to Lin Jurio's explanation, the girls were shocked. It's really powerful to maximize a single healing ability. Yes. Although the nine-heart Haitang Soul Master's healing ability is powerful, he has the problem of insufficient attack power, so he is protected by the Tiando royal family and used by the royal family. It is not surprising that Yi Lingling appears in the Royal Academy team. Xiao Han suddenly said. I heard that Yi Lingling also has water attributes. Hey, so what if she has a water attribute? There is no way we can win against the Royal Academy, don't even think about it. We don't have a healer in our team. You have to be more careful in actual combat in the future to avoid injuries. Clear. Alright, while Harrow is absorbing the soul ring, you should also sit down and practice to restore your condition. Good. Afterwards, several people sat down to practice. 3 hours later, Harrow completely absorbed the 1,000-year soul ring, raised her soul power by 1 level, and obtained her 3rd soul skill, the Sawtooth Water Blade. Lin Juro called everyone together. We have 1 more soul master in our team, and now there are 4 battle soul masters. Qingbo, Luyu, Ruishui, and you, the 4 of you strive to break through as soon as possible. Well, we will work hard. Next, I will take you to the spirit fighting arena for training to help you improve your actual combat experience. P.S. The soul fighting arena will end soon. Today I updated 3 chapters in a row. I wish everyone a happy Mid-Autumn Festival. Close black lens bracket. Chapter 27 Tianbing Team. Everyone is very excited about going to the soul fighting arena to experience. Xiao Han looked at the map and found that their current location was to the northwest of the Star Forest. Passing through the fascist province from the northwest, you can reach the Kingdom of Barak, where the famous Soto Soul Fighting Arena is located. To the northeast of the Balak Kingdom is the Silvis province, which is closer to Tianshui City. There is also a large spirit fighting arena in the main city. Previous Tianshui Academy teams had their actual combat training at the Silvis Spirit Arena. Xiao Han wants to go to Soto City. Because it is richer and more lively there, and you have the opportunity to make a lot of money while experiencing it. Xiao Han walked to Lin Juro and asked softly. Mom, which spirit fighting arena are we going to? Silv's Great Soul Fighting Arena. All previous teams of our Tianshui Academy have practiced there. We have been training in the same place. The Soul Masters there may already have a good understanding of the attack methods of our Water Attribute Soul Master team. Why don't we change places? Lin Juro glared at Xiao Han. What do you want to do again? It's nothing. I saw on the map that there is a large soul fighting arena in the Balak Kingdom not far from here. I know that the Soto Great Soul Fighting Arena is located in the center of the Lima Plain, the richest place in the Balak Kingdom. It is quite famous and very popular. Mom, the popular soul fighting arena has many masters and is more challenging for us. How about we just go there? Lin Juro thought about it and said with a smile. Your reason is quite good. You have successfully convinced me, so let's go there. Okay. Mom, you are so wise. I know what you are thinking, winning a game in the soul fighting arena does earn you some bonus. If you want to achieve this, you have to win more games. However, your soul power is only level 34, and it is not easy to maintain a high winning rate when facing many soul fighting lords above level 35 or even close to level 40. In addition, it costs money to register for the competition. Xiao Han smiled disapprovingly. Mom, I know all this. Anyway, I won't let you down. Xiao Han knows the rules of the soul fighting arena. Even if you can win the game, you only make a small amount of money. If you want to make more money, you have to bet. No matter how powerful a soul fighting lord is, he only has 3 soul skills without his own soul skills. And Xiao Han's second soul skill has reached the millennium level, and the third soul skill not only gives him the ability to fly, but also provides an increase for the first 2 soul skills. Therefore, he is confident that he can defeat his opponent even if he encounters a higher level soul fighting lord. 10 days later, the group arrived at Soto City. Soto City, this shining pearl inlaid in the heart of Lima Plain, welcomes every traveler who sets foot on this land with its unique prosperity and vitality. Shops are lined up on both sides of the street, and all kinds of signs compete for splendor, showing the richness and diversity of this city. The most eye-catching thing is the towering Soto Great Fighting Spirit Arena, which stands like a huge silver castle in the core area of the city, and its majestic appearance reveals its solemnity. Shui Yuer exclaimed. Soto City is much more prosperous than our Tianshui City. Of course, this is a rich plain area, and it is the core area of the kingdom, and there are many rich people. While Xiao Han was talking, he noticed the strange looks from the passers-by around him. 2 women with excellent temperament, walking on the street with 7 beautiful girls and a boy, were so attractive. Mom, I feel so stressed walking with you all. Even these passers-by are jealous of me, otherwise I should change into women's clothes. Stinky boy, don't disgust me. Alas, you are too beautiful, too ostentatious. Otherwise, let the senior sisters dress up as men, how about it? Lu Yan smiled. Dean Lin, I think Xiao Han's suggestion is not bad. Shui Binger catered. Yeah, I think it's good too. Dress up as a man. It sounds interesting. Yes. Several other girls also agreed with Xiao Han's idea. This place is far away from Tianshui City, and I don't want you to be too ostentatious, so let's do as Xiao Han wants. After Lin Juro finished speaking, she looked at Xiao Han, who looked very proud, and said with a smirk. Xiao Han, after finding a hotel, you can buy men's clothing for everyone. The funds provided by the college do not include buying clothes. This idea was proposed by you, and you have to pay for it yourself. If the money is not enough, I will pay for it first, and you can pay me back later. Lin Juro wanted to empty Xiao Han's wallet and didn't want him to bet in the fighting spirit arena, so she deliberately said this. Shui Binger said. Dean Lin, let's pay for the clothes ourselves. Yes, we can pay for it ourselves. Xiao Han shook his head. No need, just think of it as me buying it for my senior sisters. Men should be more generous. The money for buying clothes can be earned from the fighting spirit arena. Xiao Han, then you have to win a few more games. It's a must. The group chatted and laughed along the way and found a hotel to stay. After settling everything, Lin Juro took Xiao Han out to buy more than a dozen sets of men's clothing. They planned to go to the Duhun arena tonight. After dinner, Shui Binger and the others changed into the newly bought men's clothing. Seeing the girls dressed as men, Xiao Han joked. Sisters have a good foundation. After wearing men's clothing, they are all handsome young men in the surrounding area, more handsome than me. It's because you chose your clothes well, hee tilde. Lin Juro came to the group and nodded slightly when she saw their appearance. Well, this is not bad, much more low-key. We will go to the Duhun arena now. If there is a suitable opportunity, we will participate in a group battle tonight. So, each of you should be prepared. Understood. For the upcoming Duhun competition, everyone is looking forward to it. Okay, let's go. Then, the group left the hotel and headed for the Seoul fighting arena. As night fell, Soto City presented another charming scene. The lights were brilliant, decorating the entire city like daylight. On the way, Lin Juro simply explained the rules of the Seoul fighting arena to everyone. Did you all understand? Yes. Okay. Tonight, Shuiwu will not play first, and the 7 of you will play. I hope you can win the first game. Don't worry, Dean Lin, we won't let you down. Everyone in the team was full of confidence. The group soon arrived outside the Seoul fighting arena. Before the game time, many people had gathered around the Seoul fighting arena, and the bustling audience and Seoul masters entered one after another. Xiao Han reminded. We are about to enter the Seoul fighting arena, and we have to give the team a name. After thinking about it, Shui Binger said. We are all from Tianshui College, but it is not appropriate to reveal the name of the college. How about calling it, Sky Ice Team? Yeah, it sounds pretty catchy. It's a good name. Everyone agreed. Okay, let's use this. Afterwards, Xiaohan and his party entered the Great Seoul fighting arena. Chapter 28A Group of Pretty Boys. Xiaohan knows the Seoul fighting rules of Soto Great Seoul fighting arena very well. He took the team members to the front desk to register and prepare to participate in tonight's team battle. The team battle competition is based on the highest level in the team, so their opponents are only at the highest level of the Seoul Master. The Soto Grand Spirit Fighting Arena has only one central spirit fighting area, but there are 24 sub-spirit fighting arenas that can accommodate 60,000 spectators at the same time. Tonight is the first time that the Tianbing team has come here to compete. They don't have enough points, so they can only compete in the spirit fighting arena. Compared with the main Seoul fighting arena, the opponents in the sub-spirit fighting arena are not as strong and not popular enough. But it doesn't matter, as long as you can make money by betting. Team Tianbing was assigned to the 12th branch of the Seoul fighting arena. After deciding on the venue, Shuiwu followed the 2 teachers to the auditorium of the 12th Seoul fighting arena. Xiaohan and his group of 7 came to the Seoul Master's rest area. This area is quite spacious, and there are already many Seoul Masters sitting there, all waiting to participate in the Seoul fighting competition. Some of them are sitting quietly and practicing, some are closing their eyes and concentrating, and some are observing other Seoul Masters. The arrival of Xiao Han and his party did not attract too much attention, because the girls were all disguised as men. In the eyes of those older Seoul Masters, these were just a group of young people who were inexperienced in the world. There is a huge floor-to-ceiling window in the rest area, from which you can see the situation in the spirit fighting arena. The entire fighting spirit arena is like a huge bowl, with the ring at the bottom and spectator seats surrounding it. Tonight's game is about to begin. Xiao Han is not very interested in other people's competitions. He wants to win the first victory with the team, and he also wants to make money. They have just arrived, they are a rookie combination, they have no previous records to check, they are completely blank. The fighting spirit arena usually offers higher odds for such a rookie combination. Xiao Han gathered several people together. Have you thought about tonight's battle strategy? Shui Binger said. I'll first use the freezing skill to freeze all their feet. You guys will take the opportunity to launch an attack and blast them out of the ring in the shortest possible time. How about that? Okay, I think so too. Then it's settled, we must win tonight. Team Tianbing must win. Xiao Han smiled. Since everyone is so confident, shouldn't we make some bets? Shen Luyu asked curiously. Xiao Han, what bet are you talking about? The Fighting Spirit Arena will place a bet for our Tianbing team, and we can just bet on ourselves to win. We are a rookie combination, and the odds are higher. This is a good opportunity to make money. I see. I've run out of money to buy clothes. Have you brought any money? Lend me some first, and we'll share the money we make. Several girls understood what Xiao Han meant. Tianshui College provides students with free food and accommodation, and they only need money when they go out. So, I don't have much money to carry with me. I have 500 gold soul coins here, give them all to you. Shui Binger said, taking out a money bag from the soul guide and handing it to Xiao Han. I have 400 here, let me give it to you. I have 500 here for you. I'll give you all my 500. The girls all trusted Xiao Han and handed him the money one after another. There are a total of 2,800 gold soul coins. 2,080, I want to pay. Yes, it's a good sign. Xiao Han put away the gold soul coins. You trust me so much, I can't let you lose. Just wait here. I'll go place your bets and I'll be back soon. Xiao Han came to the front desk happily. Before the game, no one knows who their opponent is. Therefore, the big screen above the front desk only displays the odds of each team in the spirit fighting arena. The team with a higher winning rate has lower odds, and vice versa. There are several people placing bets at the front desk. Look, Team Tianbing has the highest odds tonight. It's as high as 3-1. It's been a long time since there's been such a high odds. What Tianbing team? I've never seen it before. It must be a very weak rookie combination to give such a high odds. Yes, only the biggest villains will buy them. While the others were talking, Xiao Han put all 2,800 gold soul coins on it. 2,080, buy all of it for Team Tianbing. The waiter looked at Xiao Han in surprise. He felt a little familiar, but he couldn't remember it. Are you sure? Of course, just place your bet for me. Okay. Here is the ticket, take it. Xiao Han put away the receipt and left the front desk under the surprised eyes of several people. The waiter shook his head. Team Tianbing is a brand new combination, and there is not even one soul master above level 35 in the team, and there are 4 soul masters below level 30, so we offer such high odds. 2,800 gold soul coins will probably be wasted. That man looks familiar. Is he a member of the Tianbing team? Tilde. Xiao Han returned to the Soul Master rest area. Xiao Han, have you bought it? Yes. As expected, they offered us relatively high odds, 3-1. This is also the highest odds in the 12th-minute soul fighting arena tonight. HMPH. Who are you looking down on with the highest odds? Shui Yue pouted, a little angry. Xiao Han smiled and said, if we win tonight's game, we will get 8,400 gold soul coins, making a net profit of 5,600, which is a good thing. Then we will prove to them with actions that we are a new combination, but not a rookie. Well, Team Tianbing will definitely win. Several people were in the rest area, waiting to play. An hour later, the host's voice came from the loudspeaker. Next will be a team battle showdown between the 7-star team and the Tianbing team. The 7-star team has won 3 consecutive victories in the previous soul fighting competition, while the Tianbing team is a brand new combination, appearing in solo for the first time. Let's wait and see who will win this match. Xiao Han and several girls looked at each other and smiled. It's finally our turn to play. Let's show them some color. Good. Xiao Han and others walked through the Soul Master passage and slowly walked onto the ring under the gaze of thousands of spectators. The members of the 7-star team also walked onto the ring one after another and stood on their opposite side. Those 7 people were all men, all over 20 years old, 3 strong men, 3 lanky men, and 1 short man less than 1.6 meters tall. One of the strong men said to the little man, Boss, our opponents tonight are a bit weak. They are actually a group of young boys, all of them fair and clean, like girls. The little man looked at Shui Binger and Xiao Han who were standing at the front of the team and grinned, feeling very proud. It seems that you two are taking the lead. A pretty boy is not suitable for coming to this kind of place. Give up on your own initiative, so that you can avoid the physical pain. Xiao Han smiled disdainfully and replied. Little dwarf, you should be the one to take the initiative to admit defeat. Damn it. Who did you call a dwarf? What? You're short and you still don't admit it. I'm not yet 12 years old, but I'm already taller than you. The little man was furious at the rebuke. You brat, you are quite arrogant at your young age. Let's see how I deal with you later. Little dwarf, it's not yet certain who will deal with who. Before the game even started, there was already a strong smell of gunpowder in the arena. When the host saw this, he quickly said, "Please let both teams release their martial spirits. The game will officially start in 1 minute." Chapter 29 1 minute, too fast. As soon as the host finished speaking, the 14 people on the stage dispersed and formed their formations. On the Tianbing team's side, Shui Binger stood alone at the front, while Xiao Han and others lined up and stood behind Shui Binger. The 7-star team formed a 1-2-3-1 formation, with the short captain standing at the front. Xiao Han guessed that the person standing alone at the back should be an auxiliary teacher. Afterwards, the 14 people released their martial spirits one after another. Seeing the Tianbing team's martial spirit, those in the 7-star team were shocked. With the appearance of Shui Binger's Ice Phoenix martial spirit, the arena seemed to be instantly enveloped by the cold winter wind. Ice blue light overflowed, and even the water vapor in the air began to condense into tiny ice crystals. Shui Binger's eyes shone with perseverance and coldness, as if she could freeze all opponents. A long bow that was crystal clear and exuded a faint cold light appeared in Xiao Han's left hand. The ice blue arrow seemed to be integrated with his right arm, revealing a heart-stopping sharpness and coldness. The temperature in the arena dropped suddenly, and the audience also felt a biting chill. Xiao Han stared coldly at the short captain opposite, as if he had already seen the dawn of victory. Although the martial spirits of Yu Haro and Shui Yuaa are not as domineering as Ice Phoenix and Junbing Bow and Arrow, they are all attack-type soul masters, and they all have the same attribute, water attribute. When the members of the 7-star team saw this, their expressions changed slightly. They obviously didn't expect that these seemingly immature teenagers actually possess good martial arts, especially the captain who possesses the top beast martial soul Ice Phoenix. Seeing the Ice Phoenix spirit, the audience was also shocked. It turns out to be the top-level beast martial spirit Ice Phoenix. That kid's martial spirit is the Ice Bow, and there is an Ice Phoenix in his team. No wonder he dares to challenge the captain of the 7 Stars team. No. You see clearly, his martial spirit is not only the Ice Bow, but also the Ice Arrow. Isn't it? The Ice Bow and Ice Arrow appear on the same person at the same time. Isn't this martial spirit too strange? Xiao Han saw the martial spirits of the 7 people opposite him and smiled disdainfully. The dwarf captain's martial spirit is a gibbon spirit ape, so he is obviously an agility attack spirit master. The 2 strong men standing behind him had the same martial soul. They were both orangutans, powerful soul masters. The 3 men standing behind the 2 strong men each possessed giant rats, hammers and spears. The man standing at the back was, as Xiao Han expected, an assistant master, and his martial spirit was a light red scepter. Xiao Han guessed that that person might be a healer who could restore blood to his teammates. But, it doesn't matter, because he has no chance to take action. Under the gaze of the audience, the 14 people on the stage released their respective soul rings and prepared to enter the battle. The entire arena was suddenly filled with 3 colors of white, yellow and purple, making it dazzling. The 7-star team is all at the battle spirit level of level 30 or above. Some of their soul ring configurations are white, yellow, and purple, and some are white, yellow, and yellow. Only the short captain has the best soul ring configuration of yellow, and purple. The short captain is the strongest in the team. His soul power has reached level 39. He is only 1 step away from becoming a fighting soul sect. Although there are 4 great soul masters with soul power less than level 30 on the Tianbing team, all 7 of them, without exception, all start with a 100-year soul ring, and all are the best soul ring configuration. What shocked everyone was that Xiao Han's soul rings were arranged in yellow, purple, and the second soul ring reached the 1,000-year level. This kind of talent is extremely rare even in the entire Soul Master world. At this time, Xiao Han was the most handsome guy on the field, and his limelight even surpassed Shui Binger, who had the top beast martial soul Ice Phoenix. The audience was in an uproar again, and everyone started talking. Look, that kid's second soul ring has reached the 1,000-year level. Yes, this has never happened in the Soto Great Soul Arena. Don't even mention the Soto Great Soul Arena. I've lived for 30 years and I've never heard of any soul master whose second soul ring has reached 1,000 years. No wonder that kid is so arrogant. This group of immature teenagers may be able to stop the 7 Stars team from winning streak. The audience who had been pessimistic about the Tianbing team from the beginning changed their attitudes after seeing their martial spirits and soul rings. The game officially begins. With the host's loud announcement, the battle between the two sides kicked off. Without any hesitation, Shui Binger's first soul ring suddenly flashed, and the first soul skill Frozen was activated. This is an instant skill with a group restriction effect. The arena instantly turned into an icy battlefield. Almost at the same time, Xiao Han and his men also moved. Leave the dwarf captain to me. The feet of the members of the 7 Stars team were locked tightly by the solid ice, unable to move, and could only watch the members of the Sky Ice team approaching rapidly. This scene made the audience present marvel at the power of the Ice Phoenix martial spirit. The short captain, as the core of the 7 Stars team, showed his strength as a boss, and used the surging soul power in his body to forcibly shatter the ice under his feet, intending to fight back. However, no matter how fast he moved, he was not faster than Xiao Han's frost shooting that had been ready for a long time. The ice blue arrow cut through the air, with a piercing chill, and hit the short captain accurately. The moment the arrow touched the long-armed Spirit Ape martial spirit, it seemed as if time was stagnant, and the huge impact force shook him back again and again. The captain was shocked to find that the opponent's attack actually had a deceleration effect. As a quick attack spirit master, the biggest advantage is speed. The speed is limited, which is undoubtedly fatal. The short captain quickly stabilized his body with his small and agile figure while being repelled, and the third soul ring on his body also lit up, ready to launch a counterattack. But Xiao Han would not give him any chance to breathe. Xiao Han stretched his body, and the ice wings behind him suddenly opened. With the help of the amplification of the third soul skill, he not only improved his speed and agility, but also doubled the attack power and deceleration effect of the frost shooting. He drew the bow again and shot another arrow. This arrow contained even more terrifying power and chill. Under the stronger deceleration effect, the short captain's movements seemed a little clumsy. The frost shooting accurately hit him again. The powerful impact force plus the superimposed deceleration effect made him completely lose his balance. The whole person flew out of the ring like a kite with a broken string, and fell heavily on the open space outside the ring. At the same time, the other members of the Tianbing team were not idle either. Yu Haro, Shui Yuer and others each displayed their most powerful soul skills, and attacks such as Sawtooth water blades, zero-degree impact, and giant crocodile power poured down like raindrops. The 2 gorilla martial soul masters broke free from the ice with their powerful strength, but Shui Binger's 1,000-year soul skills followed. An ice blue halo hit them hard, and with the attacks of their teammates, they quickly blasted those people out of the ring. The entire battle, from start to finish, took less than a minute, but it was enough for everyone present to remember it. Chapter 30. Victory in all battles. The entire battle ended in less than a minute. Too fast. The Tianbing team defeated the 7 Stars team, which had won 3 consecutive victories, with an absolute advantage and won this seemingly uneven duel. The Tianbing team is so powerful. The Tianbing team, composed of 3 War Soul Masters and 4 Great Soul Masters, defeated the 7 Stars team, composed of 7 War Soul Masters, in less than a minute. I have seen many weak teams defeat strong teams, but I have never seen such a team. In the audience, cheers and exclamations came one after another, and people applauded the outstanding performance of the Tianbing team. No one expected that this group of seemingly immature teenagers actually possessed such amazing strength. Shui Wu stood between Lin Zhiro and Lu Yan, watching her teammates win their first victory so easily, and felt a little envious. Xiao Han, Binger and the others are so amazing. I really want to share this joy with them. Lin Zhiro said calmly. We won this battle by surprise. The opponent didn't know us and underestimated us. Starting tomorrow, Binger and the others won't win so easily. Lu Yan said. Dean Lin, I believe that with Xiao Han and Binger's tactical qualities, even if the opponent knows them, they won't win easily. Who knows? Let's wait and see. After Lin Zhiro finished speaking, she turned around and gently patted Xuewu's shoulder. Xuewu, the martial soul fusion technique you and Binger have is enough to fight victory over opponents at the level of Soul King is the strongest trump card in our team, and it cannot be easily displayed on the stage. Yes. Dean Lin, I understand. Although you are an auxiliary teacher, you also need to improve your combat skills. From tomorrow, you can form a duo with Binger and participate in 2-on-2 matches. You can also participate in group battles, but you can't use ice and snow drifting. Okay, I understand. Xuewu is looking forward to fighting on the stage tomorrow night. The strong defeated the weak, and the whole battle ended in 1 minute. For the 7 Stars team, this is a great shame and a loss of face. They all looked ashen and left in embarrassment. On the stage, Xiao Han high-fived the girls one by one to celebrate their first victory. We were able to win so easily, all thanks to Binger's preemptive strike. Yes, the captain's group restriction caught them off guard. The host then announced. In this fighting spirit competition, the Tianbing team won, with a record of 1 win and no losses. Please go to the service desk to collect the points and corresponding gold soul coins. Xiao Han smiled proudly and took out the ticket. Let's go to the front desk to collect the money. A group of 8 people came to the front desk happily. Xiao Han handed the ticket to the waiter. The waiter looked at the few people in surprise. He never thought that they would defeat the 7 Stars team, which was composed of all fighting soul masters. After the waiter registered the points for the Tianbing team, he settled the 8,400 gold soul coins that Xiao Han won by betting. Seeing Lin Zhiro, Luyan and Xuewu coming over, Xiao Han quickly collected the money. Lin Zhiro said. You performed well tonight, especially Binger. Dean Lin, our victory is the result of the joint cooperation and efforts of the whole team. Binger, you are too modest. Lin Zhiro looked around and found that they attracted a lot of attention. Those people seemed to be talking about them. This is not a place to talk, let's go back and talk. Yes. Then, the group left the fighting arena and returned to the hotel. Lin Zhiro gathered everyone together. You all know that the fighting arena has badge levels and points rules, but we don't need those false names. The main purpose is to improve your actual combat experience. We will train here for a month. I have made a special training plan for you. Starting from tomorrow night, each of you will participate in 2 games every day. Team battles, 2-on-2 or 1-on-1 are all fine. Any problem? Of course no problem. Everyone was very excited. Lin Zhiro continued, although you have won a victory, don't be careless. Because the opponent lost because of underestimating the enemy and doesn't know you. Starting from tomorrow night, you won't win so easily. Got it. Dean Lin, there are 8 people in our team, but only 7 can play. Doesn't that mean one person will not be able to participate in the team battle every night? Yes, the player who is on a bye can participate in the 1-on-1 and 2-on-2 games. In order to make the game more challenging, I have divided you into 2 teams. Then, Lin Zhiro made detailed arrangements. There are 4 Soul Masters and 4 Great Soul Masters in the team. Lin Zhiro wants a Soul Master to lead a Great Soul Master to participate in the 2-on-2 Soul Master level game, which is more challenging for both. But as an auxiliary master, Xuewu has weaker attack power. When she teams up with a Great Soul Master and encounters 2 Soul Masters, it is difficult for her to win. Therefore, Xiao Han, Shui Binger and Yuharo have to participate in more games. The 3 of them will team up with Ji Yu Qingbo, Shen Luyu, Chu Ruishui and Shui Yue respectively. This means that Xiao Han and Shui Binger may need to participate in 3 games in one night. Do you all understand my arrangement? Understood. Too many games will consume you a lot. I will try to stagger your time so that you can only participate in 2 games a night. Xiaohan's physique is better than yours. He can participate in 3 games a night. Xiao Han smiled. Of course, I can make more money by participating in more games and winning more games. Don't be so proud. Be more serious when playing. Got it. Okay, it's getting late. You should also rest early. After Lin Zhiro left, Xiaohan stayed in the girl's room. He took out the 8,400 gold soul coins. Sisters, I will return the principal to you first. I will use the money I earn for betting, and then we can share the money together. How about it? Of course, no problem. It's all earned anyway. Xiaohan, you are really amazing. You earned 5,600 gold soul coins in one go. Shui Wu said. Xiaohan, I didn't help you tonight, so I'll give you 400 gold soul coins, which will make up 6,000. Okay. I know that if you fight with us tonight, you will definitely lend me money. We are a whole, and we have to share the money we make. However, starting tomorrow night, it will not be so easy to make money. After seeing our strength, the odds they offer us will definitely get lower and lower. Who cares, as long as we can win. Yes, Tianshui will win. Several people talked and laughed, named different 7-man and 2-man teams, and looked forward to more games. A month passed quickly. Xiaohan and his team of 8 became the best team in the world with their outstanding performance, for the star figure of the Soto Grand Fighting Arena. Especially Xiaohan and Shui Binger. During this month, they never lost any competition they participated in. Xiaohan even created the feat of participating in 3 games every night for a month and winning all the games. Chapter 31. Showdown, Go Pick the Magic Grass. After a month of actual combat experience, everyone in the Tianshui team has made considerable progress. They improved their fighting skills, gained more practical experience, and became more in tune with each other. During this month, Xiaohan participated in the most battles and won the most matches, winning all the 100 matches in the Great Fighting Spirit Arena. This devilish training also allowed his soul power to achieve another breakthrough, reaching level 35. Apart from Xiaohan, Shui Binger participated in the battles the most times and she broke through to level 34. Snow Dance level 33. Yu Haro is level 31. Ji Yu Kingbo is level 28. Chen Luyu and Chu Ruishui are both level 27. Shuiweir is level 26. With Xiaohan's reminder, Shui Binger and Shui Wu realized another form of martial soul fusion technique, turning the snowflakes in the sky into snowflake blades, forming an ice and snow vortex to carry out continuous cutting attacks on the opponents. This martial soul fusion technique has great destructive power and is regarded by Lin Zhiro as the team's trump card. It is forbidden to use it on the arena of the fighting soul field. What they gained was not only an increase in strength, but also money. Although the odds offered by the fighting soul arena were getting lower and lower, Xiaohan still relied on his extraordinary courage and sufficient confidence to earn 30,000 gold soul coins by betting and winning the game. When they left, the supervisor of the fighting arena breathed a sigh of relief. Although Xiaohan has an impressive record of winning all battles, the number of matches he participates in, whether it is a team battle or a duo battle, is not fixed, and he has never entered the main fighting spirit arena. Therefore, several major families did not place a heavy bet on Xiaohan, otherwise the fighting spirit arena would have suffered heavy losses. Although Xiaohan did not enter the main fighting spirit arena to compete, he has the ability to do so. The Soto fighting arena is destined to leave behind legends about him. This night was Xiaohan and his friends' last night staying in the hotel. Tomorrow, they will set off back to Tianshui City. Xiaohan came to the girls' room and divided the money with them. Senior sisters, in this month, I have earned more than 20,000 gold soul coins with the principal you initially lent me. Together with the prize money I won from winning the competition with you, the total is 30,000. 30,000. So much. Several girls widened their eyes in shock. They devoted themselves to the competition, and left the betting and prize collection to Xiaohan. I didn't expect there would be so much money. If the fighting spirit arena hadn't deliberately lowered our odds, we would have made even more money. Xiaohan, don't be so greedy, this is already a lot. Yeah, I never thought that we could make so much money by coming here to gain experience. For the girls, this was an unexpected surprise. Xiaohan smiled and suggested. Let's divide these 30,000 gold soul coins equally among the 8 of us. Shui Binger shook her head. No. You've been worrying about this all along. It's not fair for you to share it equally. You should get more than us. The captain is right. If it weren't for Xiaohan, we wouldn't have won so much money. Yes. Xiaohan spent a lot of money buying clothes for us. The girls all politely declined. Shui Binger suggested. How about we each take 2,000 and give the rest to Xiaohan? Okay, I agree. Xiaohan shook his head. No. This startup capital is all yours. We agreed to split it equally. I took too much and I feel bad about it. How about this, I'll give each of you 3,000 and the remaining 9,000 will be mine. The girls no longer refused. Okay, that's it. Before you go back tomorrow, you can use this money to buy things you like. It's all earned, so why not spend it? That's great, haha tilde. After Xiaohan divided the money with the girls, they came to Lin Zhurio's room. Mom, I'll give you 8,000 gold soul coins. Lin Zhurio was a little surprised when she saw those large denomination bills. Where do you get so much money? I won. Didn't I tell you before that the fighting spirit arena is a good place to make money? In fact, I made 30,000 yuan, and I split some of it with Binger and the others. What? 30,000? Lin Zhurio found it unbelievable. In order to prevent Xiaohan from placing bets in the fighting spirit arena, Lin Zhurio had already emptied his wallet, but she didn't expect that he actually made so much money. Afterwards, Xiaohan told Lin Zhurio what had happened. Lin Zhurio said lovingly, "You've grown up, you've become more independent, and you've become more and more disobedient. Since you've worked so hard this month, I won't bother with you. Mom, you're the best. Okay, after we finish shopping tomorrow morning, we'll go back." Okay, got it. The next day, Xiaohan and his group went shopping happily, and left Soto City after lunch. Tilde. Time passed quickly, and it was late September in a blink of an eye. During these 3 or 4 months, Xiaohan's soul power increased by another level, reaching level 36. In recent days, Xiaohan has been planning how to go to the yin-yang eye of ice and fire to pick the immortal grass. October 6 is the day when Prince Shuexing holds a birthday banquet. As Prince Shuexing's guest, Douluo I will probably appear at the birthday banquet. That day is the perfect time to go to the yin-yang eye of ice and fire to pick the immortal grass. With his superb medical skills, Xiaohan has developed an antidote that can resist the venom of the green-scaled snake. But he knows that it is still difficult for him to enter and exit the yin-yang eye of ice and fire and successfully pick the immortal grass there within a day. If you are not careful, your life may be lost there. So, Lin Zhurio needs to go with him. After several years of training, Lin Zhurio's soul power has also increased by several levels, and now it has reached level 78. She is a spirit master of the agility attack system. With her, this operation will be more secure. However, Xiaohan doesn't know how to talk to her. After hesitating for several days, Xiaohan decided to confess his thoughts to her. After the training that day, Lin Zhurio said to everyone, "I have seen your efforts during this period. Qingbo has broken through level 29, Luyu and Ruishui have broken through level 28, and Yuei has also broken through level 27, and is not far from level 30. You should strive to break through as soon as possible, and then we will go to the Xingdu Great Forest to find a suitable soul beast to help you get the third soul ring." Okay. Everyone was very excited. Looking at the players in front of her, Lin Zhurio's eyes were full of expectations. The overall strength of the 8 players of the Tianshui team is better than any previous session. Lin Zhurio believes that they will definitely create a more brilliant record for Tianshui College. After the training camp ended, Xiaohan stayed. "Mom, I want to go to Tiando City to meet the Crown Prince Shui Qinghe. Can you go with me?" "Why go to see him? Did he ask you to go?" "Yeah, I made an appointment with him last time and we will meet in early October this year." Chapter 32 Qian Runshui. You have the guts. Lin Zhurio half believed and half doubted Xiaohan's words. She guessed that Xiaohan wanted to make trouble again. Xiaohan said seriously, "Mom, I have indeed made an appointment with His Royal Highness the Crown Prince to meet, and I am about to do something that can change the fate of our Tianshui team members. I want to help Tianshui College win the Soul Master competition. This time, Xiaohan didn't want to hide anything and planned to tell Lin Zhiro the truth. Only in this way would Lin Zhiro willingly go to the yin-yang eyes of ice and fire with him. After hearing what Xiaohan said, Lin Zhiro was shocked. It is the goal of Tianshui College to cross the two colleges of Thunder and Divine Wind that have always been pressing on its head. With the powerful Spirit Hall Academy, the champion of the Soul Master competition is out of reach for them. However, Xiaohan's goal is to lead the team to win the championship. Such a loud tone made Lin Zhiro confused. Xiaohan, what are you talking about? What exactly do you mean? Mom, I know you will definitely oppose this. But I still want to do it. I want to avenge my dead parents and lead the academy to win the Soul Master competition. Although I have good innate qualifications, it is far from enough. I must become stronger. A few years ago, when I went to Sunset Forest with you and Binger to collect herbs, I smelled the scent of fairy grass, which was in Douluo I's poison formation. Lin Zhiro instantly understood what Xiaohan meant and was furious. You little brat, it's been a few years, and you're still thinking about the rare herbs there. You've seen Douluo I's strength, is he someone we can't afford to offend? Mom, don't be angry, just listen to me. Seeing that Lin Zhiro didn't say anything, Xiaohan continued. In fact, I have been planning this for several years. Last time I went to find Prince Shui Qinghe, I not only got the Illustrated Guide of Immortal Herbs, but also got a very important piece of information. What information? Prince Shuixing will hold a birthday banquet on the 6th day of October every year. Douluo and Prince Shuixing have a close relationship. He will definitely attend that day and will be in the palace all day. So, you plan to go to the Sunset Forest on the 6th day of October and enter Douluo's poison array. Xiaohan nodded. The Sunset Forest is only 200 miles away from Tiando City. A whole day is enough for us. Moreover, I have already developed an antidote for the venom of the green phosphorus snake. Lin Zhiro thought for a moment. She knew that even she could not stop Xiaohan from doing what he was determined to do. But, this was really too dangerous. If she was not careful, she and Xiaohan would die in the Sunset Forest. Xiaohan, according to what you said, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince already knew your plan. That's right. The Crown Prince and Prince Shuixing and Douluo are not on the same side, and they are even on the opposite side. That's why he helped me. I went to Tiando City to find him just to confirm whether Douluo would stay in the palace of Shuixing that day. Lin Zhiro fell into silence again. After a long while, she sighed. Xiaohan, I know that you will definitely do what you decide. I can't watch you fall into danger, so I'll go with you. Thank you, Mom, you are the best to me. Okay. I really don't know how long you will be so willful. Although Lin Zhiro was very angry, she was worried about Xiaohan and decided to accompany him to the Sunset Forest. 10 days later, the two arrived at Tiando City. This day was the 5th day of October. Xiaohan came to the palace alone and found snow clears the river. Shui Qinghe was very happy to see Xiaohan again after nearly a year. This year, Xiaohan has grown a lot taller, and he doesn't look as immature as before. His face is a bit more resolute, like a handsome young man chasing the wind. Xiaohan, you're still here. What? Your Highness doesn't want me to come. Shui Qinghe smiled. I really don't want you to take risks, but I think you will still do it. Of course. I have thoroughly studied the Illustrated Book of Immortal Grass, and it can finally be put to use. You are indeed someone worthy of my help. I admire your courage. I have good news for you. I have confirmed it. Douluo has been invited and will appear at the palace tomorrow. That's great. I've been waiting for this day for several years. Xiaohan's heart is full of expectations. Shui Qinghe continued. Now that I've helped you, I'll just do it to the end. I can assure you that no matter what, Douluo will not appear in the Sunset Forest tomorrow. One day should be enough for you, right? Thank you, Your Highness. One day is enough. With Shui Qinghe's words, Xiaohan felt more relieved. He knew that there were many masters around Qian Runshui secretly guarding her, and there were even powerful ones at the title Douluo level such as Snake Spear and Guillotine. Even if Douluo I left the meeting midway, Qian Runshui could still send someone to stop him from going to Sunset Forest. Shui Qinghe took out a sachet from his pocket and handed it to Xiao Han. I'll give this to you. Xiao Han smiled sheepishly. Your Highness, I just said it casually last time, but you really took it to heart. Of course. I said I would give you one, and I will do it naturally. Thank you, Your Highness. Your Highness is interested. Xiao Han quickly took it over. Shui Qinghe smiled slightly. You will stay in Tiando City tonight. I will go to the prince's mansion tomorrow morning. After seeing Douluo Bo, I will have someone release a loud arrow into the sky as a signal to notify you. Then, you will go to the Sunset Forest. Okay. Your Highness should be more considerate. I hope you can collect the herbs you want, even fairy grass. Well, thank you. Afterwards, Xiao Han said goodbye to Shui Qinghe and left the palace. After meeting Lin Zhiro, Xiao Han told her the contents of the meeting with Shui Qinghe. Lin Zhiro had some doubts in her heart. Xiao Han, why does His Highness the Crown Prince help you like this? You have known each other for a short time, and this is only the third time we have met. Mom, there is a feeling that we feel like old friends at first sight. She and I have a predestined relationship and we can chat well, so she is willing to help me. Maybe it's because he sees your potential. Forget it, let's not talk about it for now. Let's find a place to stay and wait for news from him. Afterwards, the two of them found a hotel to stay in the city center. Early the next morning, I heard the scream of arrows. Mom, that's the secret code given by the prince. Douluo Bo is already at the palace. We'll leave for Sunset Forest immediately. Good. The two flew to Sunset Forest at extremely fast speeds, arriving in less than an hour. Xiao Han, are you tired after flying so fast? I'm not tired. Mom, after taking this detoxifying pill, let's quickly enter the poison formation. Well, we have to leave here before dark. Good. After eating the detoxifying pill, the two of them flew directly into the green-scaled snake venom array laid out by Douluo Bo. Xiao Han knew that it was not difficult to find the location of the ice and fire eyes. It was right in the center of the Sunset Forest. There is an inverted cone-shaped mountain call. There will be thick hot air rising from the mountain call, and the hot air has a bit of sulfur smell. Xiao Han, what are you looking for? Didn't you say that there is the herb you want in this poison array? There seems to be nothing here. Mom, I found it. Look, it's at that mountain call. Xiao Han didn't explain too much, and flew quickly towards the mountain call. He knew that the ice and fire eyes were at the bottom of the valley. Chapter 33 Ice and Fire Alchemy Body. Xiao Han landed on the top of the mountain, followed closely by Lin Zhiro. In front of you is an inverted cone-shaped mountain call. Thick hot air rises from the mountain call. The hot air contains a bit of the unique smell of sulfur. Lin Zhiro was a little surprised. Xiao Han, there seems to be a hot spring here. How do you know this place? Mom, there's no time to explain. Let's go down. Go down from here. Looking at the dark mountainside, Lin Zhiro felt even more incredible. This seems to be a steep cliff, accompanied by thick water mist, bottomless, mysterious and dangerous. Lin Zhiro didn't know what was down there, but looking at Xiao Han, he seemed fearless. Mom, I'm exploring the way ahead. You can follow me. After Xiao Han finished speaking, he stretched out his figure and jumped directly from the edge of the mountain where he could not see the bottom. In the blink of an eye, his figure had disappeared into the mist. Lin Zhiro saw this and jumped down without any hesitation. The two of them soon reached the bottom of the valley. Seeing the situation in the valley, both of them were shocked. There is a hot spring here. It is not very large, but it is divided into two parts. In the oval-shaped pool, the spring water actually has two colors, one is milky white and the other is vermilion, which are distinct and do not infringe on each other. The heat in the mountain call is caused by the rising water vapor in this spring. Around this pool of water, there are various kinds of there are a variety of plants in various shapes, and each one is unique. Lin Zhiro was dumbfounded and couldn't help but sigh. What a weird hot spring. Xiaohan, are these the herbs you are looking for? Mom, this is the two eyes of ice and fire. One eye is twinned, the two eyes are mutually restrained, and it is a unique treasure. These are not ordinary medicinal herbs, but fairy herbs. Ice and fire eyes. Yes. The plants here are nourished by the spring water and can grow 10 or even 100 times faster, and they all absorb the spiritual energy of heaven and earth. Listening to Xiao Han's explanation, Lin Zhiro couldn't help but took 2 steps forward, but was immediately stopped by Xiao Han. Mom, be careful. Don't get close to it. The seemingly calm spring water contains the breath of extreme cold and heat between heaven and earth. The two eyes of ice and fire not only nourish animals, but also have special effects on the human body. The human body cannot suffer from those two, the impact of extreme attributes of heaven and earth's spiritual energy. Lin Zhiro was startled and quickly stepped back. Xiaohan, you have to be careful too. Yes, I know. Mom, some of the fairy grass here is highly poisonous, and the picking method is very particular. I will pick it by myself. You can wait for me for a while. Good. Looking at the dazzling fairy grass, Xiao Han was very excited. Some of the plants here are not originally grown, but were transplanted by Douluo I. The characteristics of the transplanted medicinal herbs are very obvious. The luster of the branches and leaves of the flowers and plants is lighter and they look very ordinary, far from reaching the level of fairy grass. Compared with the grass jelly, they are nothing worth mentioning. Even picking them is a waste of time. Xiao Han thought about it. All the fairy grass that has grown and formed, whether it is the best grade or the ordinary auxiliary kind, must be taken away, and not a single one will be left to the little Zasan. Xiao Han began to pick the fairy grass. Having read the Illustrated Book of Immortals thoroughly, he knew all kinds of immortal herbs well. After several hours of picking, the poisonous nemesis Yushang Qiluo Shanpin, the king of fairy grass Qiluo Tulip, the king of flowers Acacia Heartbroken Red, as well as the strange velvet Tongtian Chrysanthemum, Wangchuan Autumn Water Dew, Coxcomb Phoenix Sunflower, 8-petal Fairy Orchid, Narcissus Jade Muscle Bone, Snow-colored Swan Kiss, Earth Dragon Golden Melon, Black Jade Sacred Bamboo and other fairy medicinal herbs were all taken into Xiao Han's pocket. The sky was getting darker, and Lin Zhiro was a little worried. Xiao Han, it's getting dark. You've already picked so many fairy grasses. Should we go? Mom, there are still the last 2 plants. Xiao Han said, pointing to the octagonal black ice grass and the fierce apricot in the center of the extremely cold and extremely hot springs in the Eye of Ice and Fire. Star anise ice grass is a rare cold poison fairy that can make the heart feel chilly and the central nervous system numb. Liehuo Xingjiaoshu is a top-level poisonous fairy with powerful flame power. These 2 kinds of grass jelly are the most special. Once they leave the spring water, their medicinal effects will dissipate in a very short period of time, so they need to be taken immediately after picking. Moreover, they need to be taken at the same time to achieve the miraculous effect of mutual restraint and reconciliation of yin and yang. If you take any one of them alone, you will die suddenly because your body cannot withstand the poison. Looking at the 2 fairy grasses, Lin Zhiro was a little worried. Xiao Han, didn't you say that the spring water is very powerful? Are those 2 fairy grasses must be picked? Mom, among all the fairy herbs, those 2 are the most important. They can completely change my physique, making me immune to fire and invulnerable to all poisons. Don't worry, I have a way to pick them. After Xiao Han finished speaking, he released his martial soul and ice wings. The dagger in his right hand swung out, cutting the octagonal black ice grass, and his body dodged to the left at the same time. With the concentration of soul power, Xiao Han's hands were wrapped in a layer of extremely cold ice, and he quickly dug up the flaming apricots by the roots with the jade shovel prepared in advance. Under Xiao Han's control, 2 fairy grasses were thrown out at the same time. Within half a minute of picking these 2 fairy grasses, Xiao Han's body had already reacted. Hot and cold alternately burst out in his body, qi and blood surged, and his face turned blue and red. If he hadn't eaten whale glue and developed a body that was extremely strong and yang, he wouldn't have been able to withstand the impact of those 2 extreme auras. Lin Zhiro was frightened when she saw Xiao Han's appearance. Xiao Han, how are you? Don't scare me, get out of there quickly. Mom, I've eaten whale glue and I can still hold on, don't worry. After the two fairy grasses came together, the cold and hot breaths disappeared at the same time. At this time, the star anise ice grass was covered with a layer of faint red light, while the fiery apricot jiao was covered with a layer of faint white air. Xiaohan didn't hesitate at all, picked up the two fairy grasses, stuffed them into his mouth, and ate them. Lin Zhiro became even more nervous when she saw this. But she knew that Xiaohan had his own reasons for doing this. After taking the two highly poisonous fairy grasses, Xiaohan felt no physical discomfort. He only felt that they tasted good and felt refreshed. But he knew that this was just the brief calm before the storm. Once the drug takes effect, his body will be hit by a huge energy shock. Sure enough, Xiaohan's body soon began to tremble violently. Immediately afterwards, circles of ice blue and fiery red halos appeared alternately on him. Under the influence of extreme cold and heat, his body seemed to be torn apart, and his consciousness gradually became blurred. Although he had been mentally prepared for it, he never thought it would be so painful. Xiaohan, don't scare me. Lin Zhiro rushed over desperately. Mom, let's get out of here quickly. After Xiaohan finished speaking, he fainted. Xiaohan. Lin Zhiro didn't hesitate at all, picked up Xiaohan, flapped her wings high fly. Chapter 34 Douluo I's mentality exploded. Xiaohan knew that after absorbing the 8 anise mysterious ice grass and the fiery apricot, jumping into the ice and fire yin-yang ice spring would relieve the pain in his body, and the spring water would promote his absorption of the medicinal effects of the two immortal herbs. However, the limited time did not allow him to do so. Even if he jumped into the spring, he would still fall into a coma. And Lin Zhiro could not pull him out of the spring at all. If Douluo returned here tomorrow and found them, they would surely die. Therefore, Xiaohan would rather endure the pain and let Lin Zhiro take him away from the ice and fire yin-yang eye. Without the assistance of the spring water, he could still absorb the medicinal effects of the two highly poisonous immortal herbs, but it would take a longer process. Originally, the medicinal effects of the two immortal herbs could not be completely absorbed in a short time. Xiaohan was still young and was not in a hurry for success. Saving his life was the most important thing. Fortunately, he had eaten whale glue, and his physique was different from that of ordinary people, so he could barely withstand the impact of the two magical herbs. After falling into a coma and losing consciousness, he could no longer feel the pain. Xiaohan knew that the reason why the yin-yang eye of ice and fire was formed was because this was the place where the ice and fire dragon kings fell, and the corpses of the two dragon kings were buried at the bottom of the spring. If he could obtain the dragon bones, he might be able to obtain the power of a true dragon after absorbing them, because it was a god-level soul beast after all. But this thing could not be completed today. This pool of spring water was bottomless. In such a short time, Douluo might have returned before he found the dragon bones. Even if he could find the dragon bones, storage and absorption would be big problems. Xiaohan had a longer-term plan. He wanted to absorb a few magical herbs first, so that his body, mental strength and overall strength would become stronger, and then find an opportunity to get the dragon bones at the bottom of the spring. Anyway, in this world, he was the only one who knew the secret that there were dragon bones at the bottom of the yin-yang eye of ice and fire. With the dragon bones, those unformed plant seedlings will continue to grow, but they will not reach the level of immortal products in a short time. Therefore, even if Tang San came here by mistake, he would not get any immortal grass. Lin Zhiro took Xiaohan out of the sunset forest and came to a small town. Xiaohan was still in a coma, but fortunately his breathing had become stable. The alternation of cold and heat on his body was still going on, but it was not as obvious as before. In a daze, Xiaohan slowly opened his eyes. Xiaohan, you finally woke up. Lin Zhiro was excited to see Xiaohan wake up. After leaving the yin-yang eyes of ice and fire, Lin Zhiro had been very worried about Xiaohan and had not closed her eyes for 3 days and 3 nights. Xiaohan slowly sat up and looked at Lin Zhiro's haggard face, feeling distressed. It seemed that during his sleep, Lin Zhiro had aged a lot, with a few more white hairs on her temples and bloodshot eyes. Mom, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I made you worry. Silly child, it's good that you wake up. Lin Zhuro hugged Xiao Han into her arms, and 2 lines of tears burst out. Xiao Han's eyes were also wet. In this world, Lin Zhuro is his only relative and the one who loves him the most. Although he lost his parents when he was young, he has never lacked maternal love. After a long time, Lin Zhuro gradually recovered. Xiao Han, how is your body? How do you feel now? Xiao Han stood up. Although the 2 immortal herbs are both highly toxic, they can restrain each other. Their medicinal effects have not been fully absorbed by me, but I have felt that my physique has become better and more powerful. After Xiao Han finished speaking, he took out 2 immortal herbs from the snow domain Soul Satin. One was crystal clear, with a faint blue light, no flowers, only a few ice crystal grass leaves similar to swallowtails, and the grass leaves released a faint chill. The other one is Ganoderma lucidum, with a cap-like top and purple body, and an emerald stem with 9 leaves. Mom, this ice swallowtail grass is a perfect match for your ice bird martial spirit. It can improve your speed and cold power. It is tailor-made for you. Xiao Han, didn't you say that the younger you are, the better the effect of absorbing the fairy grass? Is it still useful at my age? Of course it is useful. I have a way. In order to promote the absorption of the medicinal effect, this one is also prepared for you. Xiao Han said and handed the 9th grade purple Ganoderma to Lin Zhuro. Although this 9th grade purple Ganoderma is not a fairy product, it is also one of the best among the Ganoderma. It has the effect of strengthening the body, nourishing the essence, and increasing qi and strength, which is better than a fairy product. You should take this 9th grade purple Ganoderma first, and then take the ice swallowtail grass after the medicinal effect is absorbed. Maybe these 2 fairy herbs can help you break through level 80. Xiao Han originally wanted to take out the best fairy herb, the king of flowers, the acacia heartbroken red, and let Lin Zhuro pick it to try. However, the man that Lin Zhuro loved most in her heart was no longer in the world, which might bring her pain, so she gave up this idea. Looking at the 2 strange flowers, Lin Zhuro was a little at a loss. Xiao Han, I will absorb 2 immortal herbs by myself, what about Binger and the others? Mom, don't worry about it. I picked a lot of immortal herbs and left them for them. You haven't slept for a few days to take care of me. Now absorb this 9th grade purple Ganoderma to replenish your blood and qi. I will protect you. But you just woke up. Don't worry, I'm in the best condition. Xiao Han took the Ganoderma off the stem and handed it to Lin Zhuro. Lin Zhuro no longer refused, took it and put it into the mouth, chewed it and swallowed it. Mom, sit down and practice for a while to dissolve the medicine. Okay. Lin Zhuro sat cross-legged, collected her mind, and practiced quietly. Xiao Han waited on the side. Time passed by minute by minute. When Lin Zhuro opened her eyes again, she suddenly felt bright in front of her eyes. Mom, how do you feel? Lin Zhuro smiled slightly, sat up, and all the fatigue on her body disappeared. That Ganoderma lucidum is really magical. I feel much more comfortable, and it seems that I will break through the bottleneck of level 79. Mom, you look much better, and you look several years younger. After returning to Tianshui City, absorb the ice swallowtail grass again. Okay. We have been away from the academy for half a month, and it's time to go back. Well, let's hire a carriage, and you can rest in the car for a while. Then, the 2 took the carriage back to Tianshui City. On the other side, the day after Prince Shuexing's birthday banquet, Douluo I returned to the Sunset Forest. But he only returned to the place where he usually practiced, and did not go to the medicine garden. When he came to the medicine garden again, he was shocked by the scene in front of him. It was obvious that someone had been here. All the herbs that he regarded as treasures disappeared. The herbs that he could not name and were highly poisonous also disappeared. Only the herbs he transplanted were not destroyed. Who is it? Who stole my herbs? Douluo I was so angry that a mouthful of blood spurted out of his mouth. Could it be them? Impossible. Douluo I thought of the situation when he met Lin Zhuro and her group of 3 at the edge of his green scale snake poison formation a few years ago. I've never heard of anyone in Tianshui College who knows about flowers and plants, not to mention that woman brought 2 children and introduced herself. Even if she had 10,000 guts, she wouldn't dare to trespass into my medicine garden. The 2 herbs in the center of the spring contain extremely strong poisons. Even I dare not approach them easily, but they were picked by the flower thief. It seems that he is definitely not an ordinary person. In addition to me, the people who know flowers and plants best in the world are Yang Wudi of Xinglo Empire and Zhuhuaguan, the yin-yang man of Wuhun Hall. Is it really Zhuhuaguan? Damn it. Zhuhuaguan, I'm going to settle accounts with you. Thinking that the herbs that were carefully cared for might have been stolen by his old enemy Yugan, Dugu Bo's mentality exploded and he vomited blood again. Chapter 35 Cold Fire. On the way back to Tianshui City, Lin Zhuro completely absorbed the medicinal properties of the 9th grade purple fungus through cultivation. After returning to Tianshui City, Xiao Han did not rush back to the college, but returned home with Lin Zhuro first. Xiao Han took out the ice swallowtail grass. Mom, it's quiet at home. You can take this fairy grass now. I'll protect you. Aren't you going to find Binger and the others? I'll call Binger and the others after you absorb the fairy grass. Okay. Lin Zhuro nodded with relief. She found that after this incident, Xiao Han seemed to be much more sensible. Then, under Xiao Han's protection, Lin Zhuro completely absorbed the fairy grass. Mom, how do you feel? Lin Zhuro stared at Xiao Han, feeling unbelievable. After absorbing the 9th grade purple Ganoderma, Lin Zhuro felt that her soul power was about to break through the bottleneck of level 79. After absorbing the ice swallowtail grass, her soul power directly broke through level 80. Xiao Han, this is too amazing. I actually broke through level 80. Xiao Han smiled proudly. Congratulations, Mom. You will be promoted to Soul Douluo soon. I also want to congratulate myself. My background is stronger, haha tilde tilde. Lin Zhuro also laughed. Since I broke through level 70, each level has become more difficult. I didn't expect that I could become a Soul Douluo before the age of 50. Xiao Han, I also want to thank you. Mom, I also want to absorb the fairy grass. Well, you absorb it, I will protect you. Okay. After Xiao Han finished speaking, he took out a fairy grass. It is green all over, with 3 snow-white leaves in the center. There are a few drops of water in the center of the leaves, which look like morning dew. This is the Hope and Autumn Water Dew. Although the Hope and Autumn Water Dew is only an auxiliary fairy grass, it can increase mental strength and improve vision, which is very suitable for shooters like Xiao Han. Moreover, its medicinal power is mild and will not produce side effects. After taking it, you can continue to absorb other fairy grasses. Xiao Han poured the few drops of dew into his mouth, then sat down and began to practice. Lin Zhuro waited by his side. Time passed minute by minute, and the sky gradually darkened. 2 hours later, Xiao Han opened his eyes again. At this time, it was pitch black outside. But, what surprised Xiao Han was that he could see everything in front of him clearly. Obviously, his mental strength and vision had improved to a higher level. Lin Zhuro asked with some expectation. Xiao Han, you have absorbed 3 immortal herbs, your soul power should have improved a lot, right? Xiao Han shook his head. Mom, the star anise ice grass and the fiery apricot represent extreme cold and extreme heat respectively. The 2 auras restrain each other in my body, just like the clear spring water, achieving an amazing balance. They did not help me improve my soul power, but they helped me to develop a stronger physique, immune to fire, poison and other diseases. Do not invade. In addition, my soul power has a colder power, and through my control, I can fuse flames to form cold fire. After Xiao Han finished speaking, he stretched out his right hand and concentrated his soul power on his palm. A strange fluctuation gradually appeared in the originally empty air. A group of blue and deep light condensed and formed, looking like a beating flame, but it was not as red as a flame, but ice blue. The cold fire danced gently in Xiao Han's palm. It seemed extremely hot, but it also had a biting chill. It burned quietly, and the surrounding air seemed to be affected by this force, gently twisting, forming tiny ripples. Is this Leng Huo? Lin Zhuro exclaimed from the side, her eyes full of disbelief. Two completely opposite forces actually merged with each other to form this spectacle. Xiaohan smiled slightly, waved his right hand gently, and put away the cold fire. Mom, this cold fire does not belong to my martial soul, but the power in my body. However, when I inject soul power into the Junbing bow and arrow, it will also have an impact on it. Great. With this power, you can restrain soul beasts or soul masters of the same attribute. Lin Zhuro then asked. What about the fairy grass you just took? Didn't it help you improve your soul power? Well, it's just an auxiliary jelly with mild medicinal effects. It improves my mental strength and vision, and helps me better absorb the medicinal effects of other jelly. Tomorrow I will take another jelly, which can help me improve my soul power. Note: many people in the previous book said that their soul power did not increase after eating these 3 fairy grasses. In the original work, Yakuza did not improve his soul power even if he ate these 3 plants. The first 2 plants refine the body, and the latter one enhances mental power and assists in absorbing other fairy grasses. In fact, the improvements they bring are huge. Close black lens bracket. Lin Zhuro was a little worried. Xiaohan, can your body handle eating so much fairy grass at once? Mom, don't worry. Eating whale gum has given me a strong physique. The fairy grass I want to eat can make my physique stronger, and even reach the level of indestructibility. Moreover, it is the same as before. The 3 fairy grasses are not in conflict. That's good. I don't know much about this either, so you can figure it out yourself. Remember, your strength can be improved slowly, but safety must come first. Well, I understand. Okay, it's getting late, so you should go to bed early. Good. The next thing Xiaohan wants to absorb is the strange velvet tongtianju. Qiantongtian chrysanthemum is a neutral fairy herb. When eaten, the qi will be transported to the limbs and the blood will be connected to the 8 meridians, which can make the body indestructible. Xiaohan had eaten whale gum, and had the ice and fire body refining, plus the medicinal effect of the strange velvet antler chrysanthemum, he might be able to directly reach the state of indestructible Vajra. Of course, Xiaohan had another purpose for eating this fairy grass. The martial spirit of Yu Guan, Elder Ju of the Martial Spirit Hall, is Qirong Tong Tian Ju. Yu Guan's love for exotic flowers and plants has reached the level of obsession. If you learn that he has eaten the strange antler grass, you might want to accept him as your disciple. Even if you don't become a master and apprentice with Yu Guan, you still have many friends. At that time, we can also use Yu Guan's hand to completely get rid of Douluo Bo. After Douluo Bo dies, it will be much more convenient to go to the ice and fire eyes to get the dragon bones. Early the next morning, Xiaohan went to the college and called Shui Binger and others to his home. Dean Lin, congratulations, you will be promoted to Contra immediately. The girls congratulated Lin Zhuro as soon as they entered the door. On the way here, they learned from Xiaohan that Lin Zhuro had exceeded level 80. Children, I also want to congratulate you. You will soon have a breakthrough. Xiaohan has prepared a surprise for you. What surprise? The girls all looked at Xiaohan expectantly. Xiaohan smiled lightly. Senior sisters, I will give each of you a fairy grass. It can help you increase your soul power and also help you increase your cultivation speed. When they heard it was grass jelly, the girls were surprised and happy. Shui Binger asked. Xiaohan, is it the fairy grass in the book you read? You finally found it. Yes, I found it. Chapter 36. The girl's blush is better than all love words. Shui Binger is a girl with a delicate mind. When she saw Lin Zhuro on the side, she found that her expression was a little unnatural. Recalling that she had gone to the Sunset Forest with Lin Zhuro and Xiaohan before, and met Douluo Bo there, she realized that the two of them seemed to have experienced some danger when they went out. Xiaohan, are those fairy grasses difficult to find? Are you injured? No. Look, I'm not okay. Well, don't worry. I'll tell you what happened later. Xiaohan knew what Shui Binger was thinking. After years of getting along, the two had already formed a good tacit understanding. Before going to the ice and fire eyes, he knew Shui Binger would be worried, so he didn't tell her the truth. Xiaohan said. Senior sisters, the fairy grass I am about to give you is a rare treasure that can only be encountered but cannot be sought. This is also a secret between us and cannot be told to outsiders. Xiaohan, don't worry, we know. Yes. Absorbing the fairy grass needs to be done in a quiet environment. After you get it, you can absorb it here. My mother will protect everyone. Good. Xiaohan made preparations for his teammates to take jelly grass very early. The specific soul power levels of the Tianshui team members were no longer disclosed 3 years ago. The entire Tianshui Academy, except for themselves, is only Dean Zhao and teacher Lu Yan know their specific levels. Therefore, even if they take the fairy grass and their soul power increases several levels, no one will know about it. Sisters, I will distribute the fairy grass to you now. After Xiaohan finished speaking, he took out a jade box from the snowy silk and satin and handed it to Shui Wu. Sister Shui Wu, this is for you. Everyone's eyes were attracted by the exquisite jade box, which Xiaohan bought when he left Soto City. Shui Wu smiled and took it. Thank you. This box is very exquisite, and the fairy grass inside must be valuable. Open it quickly and take a look. Under the gaze of everyone, Shui Wu opened the jade box. When the jade box was opened, a rich orchid fragrance filled the whole room, which was refreshing and refreshing. It smells so good. In the jade box is an 8-petal orchid, all white and crystal clear. Xiaohan said. Sister Shui Wu, this is the 8-petal fairy orchid. It can strengthen the body and eliminate impurities in the body. The medicinal properties are very soft and mellow. It is easy to absorb, but it takes a long time. It can help you assist the soul master to achieve a higher realm is very suitable for you. The method of eating is very simple, just chew it and swallow it, and then gather your soul power to practice and slowly absorb the effect. Good. Shui Wu picked up the fairy grass and went to a corner. Later, Xiaohan took out another fairy grass. It is white and crystal clear, looking like green lotus and white lotus root. Xiaohan handed it to Shui Yue and said with a smile. Yue, this flower is called Narcissus jade muscle and bone. It can nourish the muscles and bones, and the qi can connect the 7 meridians and 8 meridians. It is very suitable for your jade dolphin martial spirit. I give it to you. Shui Yue took the fairy grass with a smile and said mischievously. Thank you. Xiaohan, its name is really nice. Does it also have beauty and beauty effects? You guessed it, go and take it. When taking it, only eat the petals, and finally suck the stamens, which are also activated by soul power. Remember, be calm when absorbing. Okay, got it. Shui Yue took the fairy grass and happily ran to another corner. Xiaohan took out another fairy grass and handed it to Yuharo. It grows on the edge of extremely cold spring water. It looks like coral and its surface is covered with fine golden lines. Sister Haro, this coral holy spirit grass is very suitable for you. It can strengthen your martial spirit and increase your attack power. Just like Sister Shuiwu, chew it and swallow it, and then use your soul power to absorb it. Okay, thank you. Yu Haro took the fairy grass and went there too. Xiaohan then took out another fairy grass and handed it to Jiyu Kingbo. Sister Kingbo, this aqua blue wind grass is very suitable for your blue swordfish martial spirit. After taking it, it can make your speed even faster. The method of taking it is the same as theirs. Okay, thank you. Xiaohan, you are not our opponent, but a teammate. That's great. After Jiyu Kingbo finished speaking, he took the fairy grass and left. Now only Shui Binger, Shen Luyu and Chu Ruoshui have not obtained the fairy grass. Xiaohan took out a fairy grass again. This is a white flower that looks like a peony, with no grass leaves, and a black stone connected under the rhizome. On top of the white flowers, there were some astonishing patches of red, as bright as blood, which gave people a somewhat thrilling feeling. It looks very special, different from all the previous jelly grass. Xiaohan looked at the 3 girls in front of him and said. This flower is called Acacia Broken Heart Red, and it is a divine treasure among fairy herbs. It is easy to absorb and transform, and its efficacy is better than the previous ones. But this flower recognizes its owner, and if you want to eat it, you must pay a certain amount of money. Cost. How amazing. The three of them looked at the acacia heartbroken red curiously, and were deeply attracted by its mystery. Xiao Han continued. When picking this flower, think about the person you love, spit out a mouthful of blood and sprinkle it on the petals. After it recognizes its owner, it will never wither as long as it is by the owner's side. But if you want to get its recognition, you must be sincere. If you are half-hearted, you will not be able to take it off even if you vomit blood and die. As soon as Xiao Han finished his words, Shen Luyu and Chu Ruishui both looked at Shui Binger in unison. Shen Luyu, who had always been taciturn, suddenly said, "This is indeed a rare flower. Among the 7 of us, I am afraid that only Binger can be recognized by it." "Yes. Binger, give it a try." Chu Ruishui agreed. Shui Binger's face turned slightly red. She knows what the senior sisters mean. Among the 7 girls in the Tianshui team, Shui Binger and Xiao Han have the best relationship. The two have known each other for 7 years. They have been together every time they obtained soul rings, and they have witnessed each other's growth together. On weekdays, Xiao Han only calls Shui Binger and Shui Yuee of the same age by their first names, and respectfully calls everyone else senior sister. A few years ago, Xiao Han kept vigil for Lin Zhiro and Shui Binger for the first time. That morning, Shui Binger opened her eyes and saw that the person lying next to her was Xiao Han, and her heart felt ripples. From that day on, she gradually fell in love with this junior brother who was 1 year younger than herself. At this time, the girl's blush was stronger than all the words of love. Xiao Han said, "Binger, how about you give it a try?" Shui Binger nodded slightly, looking at the lovesick person in front of her with heartbroken red eyes, her eyes full of tenderness. As the soul power in her body circulated, qi and blood were stimulated, and a mouthful of blood spat out on the petals. When she met Xiao Han's eyes, Shui Binger's face became even more rosy. The lovesickness red quietly fell off the Wuju stone and slowly fell to Shui Binger. Shui Binger stretched out her slender hand, and the bloody flower naturally fell into her palm. "Binger, that's great, it recognizes you as its master." Chapter 37 Skyrocketing by 10 levels. Xiao Han knew that Acacia Broken Heart Red had the effect of comprehensively transforming the body of the user, and could greatly enhance the soul power of the user. Although Shui Binger possesses the top-level beast Martial Soul Ice Phoenix, she was not able to fully control the power of the Martial Soul when she first awakened the Martial Soul. Therefore, after recovering from the illness, I spent more than half a year improving my physique. In the first year, I only practiced for 3 or 4 months before my soul power improved by 1 level. Even now, when Shui Binger and Shui Wu use the Martial Soul Fusion skill Ice and Snow Piaoling to release the original power of the Ice Phoenix Martial Soul, she cannot fully control it. But things are different now. Shui Binger was recognized by Shaanxi Broken Heart Red. After taking it, her body and martial soul will be transformed. Xiao Han smiled and said, "Binger, you have got its approval, eat it quickly." Shui Binger looked at the lovesickness on her palms crazily, feeling a little unbearable. "Xiao Han, didn't you say that it will never wither after it recognizes its owner? I'm a little reluctant to eat it. Not only can it enhance your soul power, but it can also help you better control the power of the Ice Phoenix. After eating it, it will become one with you, which is equivalent to staying with you in a different way." "All right." Shui Binger took the lovesickness and walked to another corner of the room. Then, Xiao Han took out 2 more fairy grasses and handed them to Shen Luyu and Chu Ruishui. "Sister Luyu, this Xuanwu armor grass is very suitable for you. It can enhance your physical strength and endurance, and also improve the defense of your Wuhun enamel fortune crocodile. Take it." "Well, thank you. Sister Ruishui, this Bibo Lingyun orchid can strengthen the body and strengthen the body, activate the muscles and veins, and is very suitable for you. The method of taking it is the same as theirs, take it." "Okay, thank you, junior brother." The 7 girls almost filled the corners of the room, all absorbing their own fairy grass. Lin Zhiro walked towards Xiao Han. "Xiao Han, the fairy grass has been distributed. Is it your turn?" Xiao Han took out the strange velvet-toothing chrysanthemum from the snowy soul satin. "Mom, I'm going to take it now." "Okay, I will protect you." Xiaohan sat down, ate the stamens and petals of the heavenly flower, and then began to practice on the spot to dissolve the power of the medicine. Time passes minute by minute. Xiaohan woke up first. After absorbing the star anise ice grass and fiery apricot jiaoshu, Xiaohan felt like he had a small ice and fire eye in his body, and it would be much easier to absorb other immortal grasses. Lin Zhuro looked at Xiaohan expectantly and asked eagerly. Xiaohan, how are you? How much has your soul power increased? Mom, my physique has been further strengthened, and I seem to have a diamond body. I don't know exactly how much my soul power has been improved. In short, I have exceeded level 40. That is to say, it has been upgraded to at least 4 levels. Great, you can go to the frozen forest with me to hunt soul beasts. Lin Zhuro was overjoyed. Xiaohan has not obtained the 4th soul ring yet, and even if he has extra soul power, he cannot sense the specific level. He was very satisfied to be able to jump directly from level 36 to level 40 or above. After Shui Yuei woke up, she looked at herself in disbelief. My soul power has improved so much. Yuei, you're awake. How do you feel? It feels like a dream. My soul power has been upgraded 3 levels in a row, breaking through level 30. This is amazing. Xiaohan smiled lightly. Yuei, you have upgraded to more than 3 levels. You don't have a 3rd soul ring yet, so the extra soul power cannot be displayed. I estimate that after you get the 3rd soul ring, your soul power should reach level 35. About. Can it be improved so much? Certainly. Shui Yuei became even more excited. Yu Haro, Ji Yu Qingbo, Shen Luyu, and Chu Ruishui woke up one after another. How are you doing? How is your soul power improving? Yu Haro exclaimed. Xiaohan, your fairy grass is so magical. My soul power has been upgraded 5 levels in a row, reaching level 37. Level 5, not bad. Xiaohan looked at Ji Yu Qingbo, Shen Luyu and Chu Ruishui, and said with a smile. The 3 senior sisters should have broken through level 30 like Yuei, but without the 3rd soul ring, they cannot sense the specific level. The 3 girls looked at each other and smiled. Xiaohan, you are right, we have already exceeded level 30. Yes. After you absorb the 3rd soul ring, your soul power should reach level 34 or 5. Level 34 or 5. The girls were in disbelief, but they were all looking forward to Xiaohan's prediction. Shui Yuei asked. Xiaohan, what about you? Did you absorb the fairy grass just now? Xiaohan nodded slightly. Well, I have already exceeded level 40. Level 40. The one at the front is indeed our most powerful junior brother. That's not necessarily the case. Once Binger absorbs the Acacia Broken Heart Red, she will be able to catch up with me. Really? What kind of fairy grass did my sister absorb? Is it so powerful? Chu Ruishui smiled and explained for Xiaohan. Yuei, that fairy grass is extremely special. Among us, only Binger has the chance to absorb it. That's it. That said, I'm looking forward to it even more. Everyone's eyes turned to Shui Binger and Shui Wu who were absorbing the fairy grass in the corner. Shui Wu was the first to absorb the fairy grass, but it has not been completed until now. Shui Binger already showed signs of waking up. After a while, Shui Binger opened her eyes. Feeling the surging power in her body, she was a little unbelievable. Her strength seemed to have made a qualitative leap. Several people came over. Xiaohan said. Binger, you finally woke up. Shui Binger stood up with a smile. Xiaohan, as you said, my strength has been greatly improved. My soul power has been increased by 5 levels, and it has directly exceeded level 40. Maybe it's not just level 5, it's possible it's level 10. Level 10. Isn't that too exaggerated? Shui Binger couldn't imagine it. Xiaohan smiled lightly. It's not an exaggeration. After all, he is the king of flowers and a divine treasure. You will know after you get the 4th soul ring. Several girls looked at Shui Binger, feeling happy for her. The girls shared the joy together, waiting for Shui Wu to wake up. Another hour passed. Shui Wu finally absorbed the 8-petal fairy orchid. Like several other girls when they woke up, Shui Wu was also shocked. Shui Binger came over. Shui Wu, how do you feel? How much has your soul power increased? I was promoted to 5 levels all of a sudden, directly breaking through to level 39. This is incredible. We are all the same. Our soul power has increased several levels. Lin Zhuro smiled and said, Children, congratulations, your strength has been greatly improved. Except for Harrow, Shuiwu, you can all get the next soul ring. In order to save time, we will go separately this time. Harrow, Kingbo, Lu Yu, Ruishui, you 4 will go to the Star Forest with Teacher Lu, while Xiaohan, Binger, Shuiwu and Yuee will go to the Frozen Forest with me. Chapter 38 10,000 Years Ice Jade Scorpion. Half a month later, Xiaohan and his party of 5 arrived in the Frozen Forest. Several people first found a suitable soul beast for Shui Yuee and helped her hunt it down. After absorbing the soul ring, Shui Yue's soul power directly reached level 35, and she obtained a soul skill that can cause high damage, Ice Spear. This time, in addition to Xiaohan, Shui Binger and Shui Yuee, Lin Zhuro also wanted to hunt soul beasts and obtain her 8th soul ring. In addition, Shui Wu also has the opportunity to obtain his 4th soul ring. She is currently at the bottleneck of level 40. After absorbing the fairy grass, her cultivation speed will be increased, and she may be able to achieve a breakthrough soon. Several people continued to search for suitable soul beasts for Xiaohan and Shui Binger in the forest. After several days of searching, I finally found an ice blue phoenix in a valley. Lin Zhuro was a little excited. It's an ice blue phoenix bird with a cultivation level of nearly 10,000 years. Mom, it's just right for Binger's 4th soul ring. Shui Binger absorbed the acacia heartbroken red and was able to bear it. The ice blue phoenix bird was perching quietly in the deep valley, surrounded by a light layer of cold air that seemed to freeze the air. Its body is slender and elegant, and its feathers are a deep blue, shimmering with a cold yet charming sheen. Its beak is sharp and slender, shining with cold light, like a sharp ice blade. Those deep eyes contained a heart-stopping coldness and majesty that made people dare not look directly into them. The arrival of Xiaohan and others attracted its attention. It suddenly spread its wings, soared into the air, and launched an attack on several people. Everyone, be careful. As he spoke, Xiaohan released his martial soul and soul ring, and was the first to greet them. Each feather of the ice blue phoenix bird seemed to contain endless power and coldness. With a slight flapping, countless ice picks stabbed towards several people. Xiaohan fully drew the bowstring and activated his 2nd soul skill, 10,000 arrows. Under Xiaohan's control, countless arrows instantly condensed into a dense rain of ice blue arrows, which violently collided with the ice cones released by the ice blue phoenix bird in the air, making a crisp and harsh shattering sound. Xiaohan's arrows were filled with cold fire, making their attack power even stronger. A layer of light mist suddenly filled the air. Along with the large snowflakes falling in the sky, Shui Binger and Shui Wu's martial soul fusion skills were quietly completed. A huge ice phoenix rose into the sky and flew towards the ice blue phoenix bird at great speed. After Shui Binger absorbed the heartbroken red, she was able to fully control the power of the martial soul ice phoenix. Her and Shui Wu's martial soul fusion skills caused her strength to rise to the Soul Emperor level for a short period of time. Under the suppression of her extreme cold power, the ice blue phoenix bird's speed dropped sharply, and it only flew a few tens of meters before being successfully intercepted. Shui Binger didn't hesitate and gave it a volley to kill it. This battle ended quickly. Lin Zhuro and Shui Yuee watched the whole process without taking any action. Sister, you are so awesome. Shui Binger smiled slightly and said modestly. Thanks to Xiaohan who blocked its attack with thousands of arrows, Shui Wu and I had the opportunity to use the martial soul fusion skill. Lin Zhuro nodded happily. You are becoming more and more understanding, and the power of martial soul fusion skills has become more powerful. Speaking of which, this is all because of absorbing the fairy grass given by Xiaohan. Binger, you are too humble. Okay, go and absorb that soul ring, we will protect you. Good. After Shui Binger adjusted her state, she began to absorb the soul ring. Xiaohan and others were waiting on the side. 3 hours later, Shui Binger completely absorbed the soul ring. Feeling the surging soul power in her body, Shui Binger felt incredible. Xiao Han came over first. Binger, how are you? Has your soul power improved a lot? Yes. As you said, the previously stored soul power was revealed because of the new soul ring. Shui Yue couldn't wait to ask. Sister, what level has your soul power reached now? Level 45. Level 45. Shui Yue and Shui Wu both felt unbelievable. That fairy grass is worthy of being the king of flowers. It has brought such a great improvement to my sister. Yes. More importantly, it can help me better control the power of the ice phoenix. Xiao Han joked. That's great. Binger's soul power has surpassed mine. You haven't obtained the fourth soul ring yet. I know in my heart that even if I get the fourth soul ring, I won't be able to reach level 45, unless it is a 100,000-year soul ring. But obviously, this is impossible, haha tilde. Xiao Han is really happy for Shui Binger. After taking the fairy grass, Shui Binger's fate will completely change. Shui Wu asked. Binger, what is your fourth soul skill? It is an attack-type amplification skill, similar to the attack used by the ice blue phoenix bird just now. When I use this soul skill, I can launch an ice cone attack from my wings, with a freezing effect. At the same time, my speed, attack and defense are all improved. 100% improvement. I call it, Phoenix Ice Thorn. Xiao Han took the words. This soul skill is good. Binger's attack power has increased a lot. Lin Zhuo nodded and said. Binger's fourth soul skill is really good. When used in conjunction with the previous soul skills, it can be said to be quite perfect. Next, it's time to find a suitable soul beast for Xiao Han. Okay, let's set off. Several people walked slowly towards the depths of the frozen forest. The air around him became colder and colder, the snow in the forest was deep, and every step made a heavy sound. Just as everyone was vigilantly searching the surroundings for a soul beast suitable for Xiao Han, a subtle but heart-stopping rustling sound came from under the snow. Xiao Han immediately stopped, his eyes were like torches, and he scanned around. Everyone, be careful, there's something going on. Before he finished speaking, the snow suddenly split open, and a huge soul beast covered in crystal-clear blue-black scales suddenly sprang out and headed straight for Xiao Han. Its eyes shone with a green light, and the slender and sharp stinger on its tail reflected a deadly cold light in the sun, obviously containing powerful power. It's the ice jade scorpion. Lin Zhuo recognized the identity of this soul beast, and at the same time released her own martial soul, preparing to fight. Scorpions are the first of the 5 poisons, and their toxins are more threatening than centipedes, spiders, poisonous snakes, geckos, toads and other poisonous soul beasts. But in order to follow the ultimate ice route, the Ice Jade Scorpion clan gave up the practice of toxins and majored in ice elemental abilities. Facing this Ice Jade Scorpion that had been cultivated for 10,000 years, Lin Zhuo did not dare to be careless. This Ice Jade Scorpion has been cultivated for 10,000 years, you stand back. Mom, this guy came just in time, let him be my fourth soul ring. Xiao Han was not only not afraid, but also excited. You brat, you're crazy, this is a 10,000-year-old soul beast. What I want is the 10,000-year soul beast. Xiao Han is full of confidence. He believed that with his current conditions, it would be no problem to absorb a 10,000-year soul ring. Chapter 39 The Fourth Soul Skill. Although Ice Jade Scorpion majored in ice attributes and gave up the practice of toxins, for the sake of safety, Xiao Han still took out the fragrant Kiluo Immortal and threw it to Shui Binger. Binger, protect Shui Wu and Yue. This fairy grass is the nemesis of hundreds of poisons. With it, scorpion poison can't hurt you. However, its fragrance may attract other spirit beasts, so you must be careful. Quote. Well, be careful too. Don't worry, I have an indestructible body and a body that is indestructible to all poisons. It can't hurt me. The Ice Jade Scorpion was extremely fast, approaching Xiao Han almost in the blink of an eye. But Xiao Han did not panic. He quickly drew the bowstring, and Leng Huo jumped on the arrow. The arrow pierced the air, and with the strange power of blazing flames and icy cold air, it accurately hit the Ice Jade Scorpion's head. The ice jade scorpion reacted quickly and narrowly avoided the blow on one side of its body. But Xiao Han's arrows shot over one after another, leaving scratches on its hard body. It roared angrily, and quickly raised the stinger on its tail, aiming at Xiao Han, preparing to launch a fatal blow. At this moment, Lin Zhiro took action. A huge ice blade directly cut off the ice jade scorpion's tail stinger. Upon seeing this, Xiao Han immediately seized the opportunity, fully drew the bow string again, and aimed at the head of the ice jade scorpion. The cold fire burned fiercely on the arrow, accurately hitting the ice jade scorpion's head. There was a crisp, click, sound, and the ice jade scorpion's head was penetrated. After a shrill scream, the huge body fell to the ground and could no longer move. Xiao Han quickly put away the fragrant Douluo immortal plant to prevent its fragrance from attracting other soul beasts. A black mist slowly rose from the body of the ice jade scorpion, gradually condensing into a 10,000-year soul ring with a faint black light. Looking at the 10,000-year soul ring, Shui Binger, Shui Wu and Shui Yue all had palpitations. This is the first time that they have witnessed the process of the 10,000-year soul ring condensing with their own eyes. Even though Xiao Han was confident, Lin Zhiro was still a little worried. Xiao Han, do you really want to absorb this 10,000-year soul ring and make it your fourth soul ring? Of course. Mom, don't worry. Shui Binger said. Dean Lin, we have witnessed Xiao Han absorbing a 1,000-year soul ring as his second soul ring. I believe that this time he will be able to break through the limit and absorb this 10,000-year soul ring. Lin Zhiro nodded. Xiao Han, before absorbing this soul ring, first adjust your condition to the best. Good. Xiao Han immediately sat down to adjust his condition. After returning to his best condition, he began to absorb the soul ring. He closed his eyes and concentrated, and the aura around him began to change subtly. The 10,000-year soul ring released majestic and domineering energy, instantly surrounding him. A strong pressure came over, as if a heavy burden was pressing on Xiao Han's shoulders. The 10,000-year soul power contained in the soul ring hit his body like a violent storm, seeming to devour him. Xiao Han had no intention of backing down. Only by enduring this pain can the power of the 10,000 years ice jade scorpion be turned into one's own. As time went by, Xiao Han's breathing became more and more steady. The originally violent energy gradually became docile, as if tamed by his will. From day to night, to sunset. It took Xiao Han longer to absorb this soul ring than the previous 3 times combined. Under the protection of several people, after a long time, he finally completely absorbed the 10,000-year soul ring. Opening his eyes again, feeling the rich soul power in his body, Xiao Han was pleasantly surprised. Is this the energy of the 10,000-year soul ring? Lin Zhiro, Shui Binger and others quickly gathered around. Xiao Han, you have finally absorbed the soul ring. Xiao Han, congratulations, you have your first 10,000-year soul ring so quickly. Junior brother, you are so awesome. Lin Zhiro said nothing, but nodded happily. Shui Binger asked. Xiao Han, what level is your soul power now? Level 43. I told you that you have already surpassed me. However, I will catch up with you soon. Shui Yue exclaimed. My junior brother has become a level 43 fighting spirit sect at the age of 13. It's really amazing. Lin Zhiro asked. Xiao Han, what is your fourth soul skill? Xiao Han smiled slightly, with a confident light shining in his eyes, and said slowly. My fourth soul skill is called Ice Explosion Arrow, which has both attack and freezing effects. When I shoot this ice arrow, I can detonate it with my thoughts according to combat needs. It can be used as a single attack or a group attack. Once the arrow hits or explodes, the ice will spread quickly, causing continuous damage to the enemy. After Xiao Han finished speaking, he planned to demonstrate it in front of everyone. He drew his bow and shot an arrow. The ice blue arrow drew an elegant arc in the air, and finally accurately hit a boulder not far away. Boom! With a deafening explosion, the boulder exploded instantly and turned into countless small stones flying everywhere. This scene shocked everyone present. Shui Binger exclaimed. It is worthy of being called a 10,000-year soul skill. This skill is too powerful. It can not only snipe from a distance, but also control the range and weaken the enemy. Shui Wu also nodded repeatedly, her eyes full of envy. Yes, my junior brother's fourth soul skill is a great killing move. Shui Yue said with a smile. Junior brother, you are getting better and better, and you amaze me again. Lin Zhuro looked at Xiao Han and said meaningfully. Xiao Han, your growth rate has far exceeded my expectations. Remember, great power comes with greater responsibility. You must learn how to use this power correctly to protect yourself and those around you. Well, I know. Lin Zhurio's eyes turned to Shui Wu aside and said. Shui Wu, there is still some time. You should strive to break through level 40 as soon as possible. Then we will work together to find a suitable soul beast for you and help you obtain the fourth soul ring. Okay, I will practice hard. Next, several people continued to search for the soul beast with Lin Zhuro. After dozens of days of searching, I found an ice shadow snow falcon with a cultivation level of 60,000 years. I successfully killed it and obtained the ice shadow clone skill. Lin Zhurio's soul power increased by one level and she became a true Contra. Within a few days, Shui Wu also broke through level 40. Xiao Han and Shui Binger helped her hunt down a soul beast with a cultivation level of 5,000 years, and helped her obtain the fourth soul ring. After absorbing the soul ring, Shui Wu's soul power increased by one level and she obtained the fourth soul skill, Ice Whirlwind. The other side. Lu Yan and the other four girls also gained something in the Star Forest. After obtaining the third soul ring, Jiyu Qingbo's soul power reached level 35, and Shen Luyu and Chu Ruishui both reached level 34. Chapter 40 Crush by Strength. After returning from the frozen forest, Xiao Han and Lin Zhuro went to Tiando City and gave Qian Runshui a fairy grass. Without Qian Runshui's help, Xiao Han would not have been able to successfully enter the Ice and Fire Eyes and obtain so many immortal grasses. Another year has passed in the blink of an eye. During this year, Xiao Han's soul power increased by 4 levels, reached level 47. Shui Binger is level 48. Shui Wu is level 44. Yu Haro also broke through level 40. After obtaining the fourth soul ring, her soul power reached level 41. Shui Yue and Jiyu Qingbo are both level 38. Chen Luyu and Chu Ruishui are both level 37. At this time, there are only 2 years left before the Soul Master competition. The 3 elemental academies of Tianshui, Blazing Fire and Divine Wind organized an exchange and discussion meeting, which was held at Tianshui Academy. On this day, Lin Zhuro summoned 8 team members. The exchange and competition meeting between our 3 element academies is designed to test the strength of the other teams, but each team will have reservations. Your overall strength is beyond my imagination, and you have a chance to win the Soul Master competition. This time, we also need to hide our strength. Xiao Han will not play, Binger and Shui Wu's martial soul fusion skills will not be used, and you will not reveal your specific levels to each other. Do you understand? Clear. 3 days later, the Kamikaze and Blazing Academy teams arrived as scheduled. Walking into Tianshui College, the boys were attracted by the beautiful girls passing by. There are so many beauties in Tianshui College. Yes, I really envy the boy who is famous in this academy. He lives among beautiful women every day. He is just like Brother Tien, but he is gifted with soul power, which you cannot envy. Huo Wu said. Do you all only have eyes for beauties? Huo Wu, I didn't look at them. The person who spoke was Feng Xiaoshan. He only had eyes for Huo Wu and was not interested in the beauties passing by. Although he had a crush on Huo Wu for several years and deliberately lowered his rank in order to pursue Huo Wu didn't take him to heart. In the past few years, Feng Xiaoshan has been studying the self-created soul skill of the Wind Demon Wolf's continuous slashes, and has now reached the level of the Wind Demon Wolf's 27 consecutive slashes. However, he would not use this trump card easily unless absolutely necessary. In the afternoon, the 3 teams gathered at the training ground and exchanged friendly greetings with each other. Huo Wu looked at Shui Binger and asked, I heard that your Tianshui team has a boy who is gifted with soul power. Isn't he going to play today? Shui Binger smiled and said, Our junior brother is a substitute for the team and will not play today. Really? Let people with innate soul power serve as substitutes. It seems that you are also deliberately hiding your strength. After Huo Wu finished speaking, his eyes shifted to the rear of the Tianshui team and found Xiao Han standing next to Dean Zhao and Lin Zhiro. Is it him? That's right, that's our junior brother. Feng Xiaoshan, Huo Wuxuang and others all looked at Xiao Han. Xiao Han looked calm, not afraid to look into everyone's eyes. Feng Xiaoshan said, "The person who can make an exception to your college's admission is indeed extraordinary." Shui Binger just smiled politely. She didn't want to say anything more about Xiao Han. In the last Soul Master competition, our Tianshui College lost to your Shenfeng College. But, this time we will not lose to you again. Really? It seems that you are very confident. However, in the end, you still have to let your strength speak for itself. Huo Wu took over the words. Shui Binger, in the last Soul Master competition, our Blazing Fire Academy lost to your Tianshui Academy. This time, we will not lose. I know that both of you captains are very strong, so let's meet on the court. The two looked at each other and smiled, both looking forward to competing with each other. The first match today is between Tianshui Academy and Blazing Fire Academy. After Kamikaze Academy left the field, Team Tianshui and Team Blazing Fire both put into their respective formations. Both teams set up a 2-4-1 formation. Shui Binger and Yu Haro stood at the front of the team, and Shui Wu stood at the back of the team. On the other side, Huo Wuxuang and Huo Wu stood at the front, and the team's auxiliary division also stood at the back. Please let both teams release their martial spirits. The game will officially start in 1 minute. With the announcement from the referee teacher, all 14 people on the field released their respective martial arts spirits and spirit rings. Seeing the soul rings of the Tianshui team members, Huo Wu and Huo Wuxuang looked at each other in shock. The top beast spirit Ice Phoenix. 3 fighting soul sects, 4 fighting soul masters, and all of them have the best soul ring configuration. With such a lineup, even if they participate in the Soul Master competition now, they can still achieve good results, not to mention that there are still 2 years until the competition. The 7 members of the Blazing Fire team are all at the Soul Master level, and their soul rings are also the best configuration of 2 yellow and 1 purple soul rings. However, in front of the Tianshui beauty group, they are still much inferior. Before the game even started, the members of Team Blazing felt a biting chill and the pressure doubled. The leading teacher of Blazing Fire Academy was also shocked. The talents of Huo Wu and Huo Wuxuang are already good enough, but compared with Shui Binger, they are still far behind. Feng Xiaoshan frowned, a little worried for Huo Wu. He knew that Huo Wu always wanted to be strong and was unwilling to admit defeat. Water and fire restrained each other, but there was a large gap between the two sides. Blazing Fire Academy had almost no chance of winning the game. Let alone Blazing Fire Academy, even Divine Wind Academy may not be able to win this game. Feng Xiaoshan, the strongest member of the Shenfeng Academy team, has not reached level 40 yet. The contest between the two sides officially began. As everyone expected, the strength of the Tianshui team was obviously higher, and the game almost showed a one-sided situation. As the captain of the Tianshui team, Shui Binger took the lead. Her Ice Phoenix martial spirit soared in the air, releasing bursts of biting cold air, shrouding the members of the Blazing team in a blanket of ice. Every movement seemed so calm and unhurried, as if the entire battlefield was under her control. Yu Haro and the other team members cooperated tacitly, and both attack and defense seemed flawless. Although Team Blazing Fire's Huo Wuxuang and Huo Wu also showed considerable strength, under the strong suppression of Team Tianshui, their attacks seemed somewhat powerless. Huo Wuxuang's one-horned fire Tyrannosaurus is domineering and fiery, but in the face of the cold air of the Ice Phoenix, it seems to be weakened a lot, and it is difficult to pose a substantial threat to the Tianshui team. After a fierce confrontation, the morale of the Blazing Fire team collapsed instantly, and they were no longer able to withstand the Tianshui team's offensive. With the referee's whistle, the game ends. With an overwhelming advantage, Team Tianshui easily defeated Team Blazing Fire and won the first victory in this exchange and competition meeting. The members of the Blazing Fire team all looked frustrated, especially Huo Wu. But she also knew that there was a big gap between them and the Tianshui team in terms of strength. Chapter 41 Tang San, who is more stupid than me? Feng Xiaoshan stood aside and looked at Huo Wu with some distress. He felt sorry for Huo Wu's failure and was shocked by the strength of Team Tianshui. The overall strength of this year's Tianshui team is so terrifying that it can even compete with the Wuhundian Academy team and is a strong contender for the Soul Master Competition Championship. The members of Team Blazing walked off the field. Huo Wushuang said to Feng Xiaoshan, I really didn't expect them to be so strong, especially the captain Shui Binger. Brother Tian, the next step is up to you from Kamikaze Academy. Feng Xiaoshan shook his head. I saw your battle just now. We all underestimated their strength. I can't defeat them alone. So, we admit defeat. What? Are you admitting defeat? Huo Wushuang felt incredible. Huo Wu was a little angry. Are you so cowardly as to give in before the match? Feng Xiaoshan quickly explained. Huo Wu, this is a joint decision between the teacher and the team. We don't compete, but we can still communicate. HMPH. Although they have the advantage in soul power and can suppress our fire element, they cannot restrain your wind element. It is difficult to understand that your Kamikaze Academy has made such a decision. Huo Wushuang stepped forward to smooth things over. Okay, Huo Wu, that's their college's own business. I think Brother Tian doesn't want to expose his trump card. Feng Xiaoshan nodded. This is just one of the reasons. More importantly, the overall strength of the Tianshui Academy team is really unfathomable. Even if we try our best, we may not be able to defeat them. Moreover, the most powerful person in their team has not yet played. Woolen cloth. Huo Wu frowned. You're talking about the substitute. That's right. My intuition tells me that he is the strongest person in the Tianshui team. Everyone looked at Xiao Han, who was celebrating with his teammates. According to the original plan, Tianshui team will have a contest with Kamikaze team 2 hours later. But unexpectedly, Kamikaze team simply gave up and surrendered. Xiao Han joked. The senior sisters performed well. They defeated the Blazing team directly. Even the Kamikaze team was so frightened that they voluntarily admitted defeat. Shui Binger smiled and said. The Kamikaze team probably wants to hide their strength and don't want to go all out. It's possible. In addition, the Blazing team did not exert its full strength. Xiao Han, how did you tell? Feel it. However, even if they exert their full strength, they can't defeat you, because you are the best. Xiao Han knew that Huo Wu had a special talent, ring fusion. She can fuse all her soul ring energy together and concentrate it on one soul skill. This talent is quite amazing. It can make her strength soar to a higher level for a short period of time. However, this skill also has a huge flaw. It will deplete one's soul power after using it, and it will take several days to recover. Therefore, under normal circumstances, Huo Wu will not use this skill. While a few people were chatting, Feng Xiaoshan, Huo Wushuang, and Huo Wu walked over. Feng Xiaoshan smiled and said, Congratulations, 2 wins in a row. Shui Binger responded. You are the one who gave in. You must not want us to see your true strength. No. It's really difficult for us to defeat you. You are really strong. You have a chance to win the next Soul Master competition and make a name for our Elemental Academy. After Feng Xiaoshan finished speaking, he looked at Xiao Han. If I guess correctly, this little brother's soul power should be above level 40, right? Xiao Han smiled and responded. Well, just past level 40. Feng Xiaoshan shook his head and sighed. Like you, we are both born with full soul power. You have already broken through level 40 at such a young age, but I haven't broken through yet. That's because you spend all your energy on things you shouldn't use. I heard that you are researching your own soul skills and have achieved some success. Feng Xiaoshan frowned. So you already know. Yes, I am indeed studying my own soul skills and regard them as my trump card. I have no intention of showing them today, so I voluntarily gave up this contest. Xiao Han smiled. The fact that you can develop self-created soul skills is enough to prove that you are talented. But if you deliberately lower your level for some reason, it is really irrational. You should know what I am talking about. Xiao Han said this to Huowu on purpose. Feng Xiaoshan scratched his head in embarrassment. Brother Xiao Han, we have just met for the first time, how do you know so much? I'm well informed. Brother, don't waste your talents anymore. Seeing how powerful your Tianshui team is, how can we dare to neglect you? We must practice even harder after we go back so that we can have a chance to compete with you. Then let's make a good show at the Soul Master competition in 2 years' time. Okay, it's settled. Feng Xiaoshan and Xiao Han hit it off immediately and chatted happily. After leaving Tianshui Academy, Huowu called Feng Xiaoshan aside. Feng Xiaoshan, I don't need you to pity me. That boy is right. With your talent, if you concentrate on your cultivation, you would have already reached the soul sect level. Why is it so bad? Huowu, I am not just because of you. Stop talking, I know it all. If you really want to get my approval, raise your soul power to level 45 or above before the Soul Master competition. Can you do it? Sure. Feng Xiaoshan was a little excited. The goddess who had been kneeling and licking her for several years finally let go. Xiao Han's words awakened Feng Xiaoshan. The performance of Team Tianshui put pressure on him, and Huowu's behavior also spurred him. After returning home, he will practice hard and strive for higher achievements. A few months passed in the blink of an eye. At the same time, on the other side, the Shrek 7 Devils achieved a 28-game winning streak in the Soto Spirit Fighting Arena. However, even if Tang San worked hard, he still couldn't break Xiao Han's record of winning 100 games in a row. In recent days, several wealthy people have continuously placed heavy bets on the same team, causing the Soto Spirit Arena to suffer heavy losses. Director Ao had no choice but to find Tang San, who had an amazing performance in the Spirit Fighting Arena. The two reached a consensus that Tang San would lead the team to challenge the Huangdo team. Tang San took the opportunity to ask. Director Ao, I heard that there is a teenage boy whose second soul ring has reached the 1,000-year level. In just 1 month, he achieved 100 victories in your Grand Soul Fighting Arena. Do you know that person? Manager Ao shook his head and said with a smile. I don't know much about them. However, I have doubts about their true identities. The 8 people they are with are all ice and water attributes. If I guess correctly, except for the boy, the other 7 people are all women disguised as men. Daughter body. All girls. That's right. One of the girls is the most special, possessing the top-level beast spirit Ice Phoenix. They all have fair skin, and they are obviously not from the seaside city. I guess they are all from the inland water city, Tianshui City. Chapter 42 The Soul Master competition begins. After Tang San returned, he told Yu Xiaogang all the contents of his conversation with Director Ao. Yu Xiaogang frowned, as if he thought of something. Teacher, what's wrong? Those people are most likely from Tianshui College. Tianshui College. Yes. Tianshui Academy is located in Tianshui City. It is an old college that takes the pure water route. Ice and water come from the same source. They only recruit female students with ice and water attributes. Tang San thought for a while, feeling a bad feeling in his heart. It's most likely them. According to the martial arts, it's not difficult to find their information. Yu Xiaogang sighed. If it's really them, then we have another strong opponent on the way to the championship. However, how could they accept male students? The second soul ring has reached the 1,000-year level, beyond the limit of what the body can bear. I really don't know that boy. How did you do it? Is there something wrong with my theory? Teacher, don't think too much. We have only one goal, to be the champion of the Soul Master competition. It doesn't matter who our opponent is. Tang San was smiling, looking confident, but inside he was actually panicking. He thinks he is very powerful. But there are mountains outside the mountains, and there are people outside the people. The strength of that mysterious boy is definitely above him. If he is really from Tianshui Academy, he has to take it seriously. Next, the Shrek 7 monsters defeated the Royal Do team, and Tang San felt that he was good again. Leaving Soto City and returning to Shrek Academy, After some inquiries, Yu Shaogang confirmed that the people who had achieved impressive results in the Soto Spirit fighting arena were from Tianshui Academy. Yu Shaogang found Tang San and told him the situation. With his innate soul power, the ice bow and ice arrow combined to form the perfect ice bow and arrow martial soul. It's incredible. No wonder Tianshui Academy made an exception for him. Tang San frowned. Teacher, do you know what their current strength is? Yu Shaogang shook his head. I'm not sure, I just know that the young man's name is Xiao Han. With an innate soul power and a top-notch beast martial spirit, Ice Phoenix, this already has the capital to become a strong team. What's more, they are not just following the extreme flow route. The team integrates control, strong attack, agility attack, and support. In fact, it is a combination of flow and extreme flow. Such a team must be a headache. After listening to Yu Shaogang's analysis, Tang San became increasingly uneasy. At this time, the Soul Master competition was only more than a year away, and they had to become stronger. In order to improve the overall strength of the team and face stronger opponents, Tang San on the basis of Xuantian Gong's internal skills and mental methods, he comprehended a set of exercises that can help unblock the muscles and veins, and taught them to his teammates to help them increase their cultivation speed. The Soul Master competition has clear regulations, and hidden weapons cannot be used. However, this does not mean that hidden weapon techniques cannot be used. In order to win the game, Tang San will do anything he can to win. By chance, Tang San met Douluo Bo and was taken to the Eye of Ice and Fire by Douluo Bo. Looking at the scene in front of him, Tang San was stunned. This is actually the Eye of Ice and Fire. Ice and Fire eyes. Boy, what are you talking about? This spring with two distinct poles is the Eye of Ice and Fire. It shouldn't have been long since this place was formed, right? Otherwise, the herbs here wouldn't have grown so big. Boy, you are wrong. I have discovered this place for 10 years. Tang San's face was full of doubts. That's not right. With the nourishment of the Ice and Fire Eye Spring, the plants here should grow tenfold or even 100-fold. But what about the medicinal herbs here? Snort. Thinking of the herbs that had been taken away, Douluo Bo became furious and his eyes flashed fiercely. It's all because of that flower picker who stole my medicinal herbs. If I catch him, I will cut him into pieces. Senior, you mean someone has been here? That's right. The most precious and special herbs here have all been stolen by that thief. In the past few years, I wanted to wait and see, but that man never appeared again. Maybe there are no herbs worth stealing here. Senior, do you still remember what the herbs he stole look like? Of course I remember. Later, Douluo Bo described the appearance of those herbs to Tang San. After Tang San heard this, his heart almost broke. Only then did he realize that there had been some rare but rare immortal herbs such as acacia heartbroken red, star anise ice grass, fiery apricot, coxcomb phoenix sunflower, and fragrant kiluo immortal product. It's a pity that those fairy grasses were discovered first, and he had no chance to use them. Tang San sighed. Senior, I didn't expect so many fairy herbs to appear here. It would have been nice if I had met you earlier. He was able to pick the highly poisonous star anise ice grass and fiery apricot jiaoshu, which shows that he is a man who knows a lot about flowers and plants. People. Boy, why didn't I want to meet you earlier? It's a pity, alas. Tang San suddenly thought of something. Senior, isn't there anyone suspicious in your mind? Of course there is. After the medicinal herbs were stolen, I thought the most suspicious person was Zhuhuaguan from Wuhun Palace. He is my nemesis and has a lot of research on flowers and plants. However, with his character, if he really did it, he would definitely it's probably not him. Is there anyone else? There is also Yang Wudi, the leader of the Xinglo Empire's broken clan. He is also a person who has a lot of research on flowers and plants. Later, I secretly investigated him and ruled out this possibility. What else? Douluo Bo suddenly frowned. There is another person, but it's unlikely. Who? A few years ago, I met the vice president of Tianshui College on the edge of the poison circle. She brought 2 teenage children and said she was looking for spirit beasts. I have met Dean Zhao of Tianshui College several times. Yuan, I didn't care at the time and let them go. After the medicinal herbs were stolen, I also investigated her secretly and found that the woman knew nothing about medicinal herbs. She couldn't even enter my jade phosphorus snake venom array, let alone find it here. Quote. What a coincidence. It's Tianshui College again. Douluo Bo was a little surprised. Boy, what do you mean? It's nothing, maybe it's a coincidence. Later, Tang San told Douluo Bo the information he learned. So that's it. When I saw him, he was only in his teens. According to what you said, his martial spirit is indeed somewhat special. His second spirit ring has reached the 1,000-year level, which is unheard of. At night, Tang San couldn't sleep, thinking about everything. Is it possible that those top-quality fairy grasses were really stolen by Xiao Han and the others? It's impossible. How old is he? How can he identify so many fairy grasses? The remaining herbs in the eyes of ice and fire, under the nourishment of the spring water, may grow into fairy herbs in a few hundred years. It's a pity that I didn't come here earlier. Tilde. After swallowing Douluo Bo's snake pill and practicing for half a year, Tang San's strength was greatly improved. Therefore, he embraced Douluo Bo, a titled Douluo, and successfully invited Douluo Bo to be a guest at Shrek Academy. Another half-year passed in the blink of an eye. With the help of the exercises, several others from Shrek increased their cultivation speed. The Soul Master competition is coming soon, and both Tang San and Dai Mubai have broken through level 40. The other 5 are all in their 30s, and Xiaowu is the closest to level 40. The other side. After 2 years of training, all 7 members of the Tianshui team have reached level 40 or above. Yu Haro is at level 47. Ji Yu Qingbo and Shui Yuee are both level 45. Chen Luyu and Chu Ruishui are both level 44. Shuiwu level 51. Xiao Han, like Shui Binger, has reached level 55. Shui Binger and Shui Wu both had their first 10,000-year soul rings. Shui Binger's 5th soul skill is the Ice Crystal Sword, a powerful attack soul skill. Shui Wu's 5th soul skill is Bingji Wushuang, which has a more powerful cooling effect. Xiao Han's 5th soul ring comes from a 30,000-year-old soul beast with dual attributes of wind and ice, obtains the soul skill, Blizzard Arrow. This soul skill can change the environment of the battlefield and comprehensively suppress the enemy. The preliminaries for the Soul Master competition are about to officially begin. Under the leadership of Lin Zhuro, Xiao Han and his party arrived at Tiando City, the capital of the empire. Chapter 43 Good Brother, introduce me to 1-2. The Continental Advanced Soul Master Academy Elite Competition is divided into different competition areas. As the most important competition area in the empire, Tiando City held a grand opening ceremony. For this major event that takes place every 5 years, the Tiando Great Soul Fighting Arena has been renovated, bringing the main Spirit Fighting Arena and the Sub-Spirit Fighting Arenas together. The renovated Fighting Spirit Arena can accommodate 80,000 spectators at the same time. On the first day of the opening ceremony, the Great Spirit Fighting Arena welcomed a huge audience, and they all wanted to see the young Spirit Masters participating in the competition up close. Under the attention of everyone, Xiao Han and his party also entered the venue. Wearing uniform ice blue uniforms, they attracted everyone's attention as soon as they entered the stadium. All of these beauties are very beautiful. At first glance, they are from the women's college in Tianshui City. That's right. The color of Tianshui College's team uniforms has never been changed. It has always been ice blue. Hey, why did Team Tianshui sneak into a male team member? Isn't it a women's academy? Yes. This year's Tianshui team is not taking an unusual path, which may be another highlight. Not to mention, that boy is quite handsome. Tianshui Academy does have requirements for good looks, and male students are no exception. At the age of 16, Xiao Han has already grown to 1.8 meters. He has delicate and stylish facial features, a well-proportioned figure, and a head of blue and silver hair hanging behind his shoulders. He looks a bit unruly. He was a head taller than the girls, and was particularly eye-catching as he walked in the team. However, he has long been accustomed to strange looks and can handle them with ease. Wow! There are so many people, it seems like people from the entire Tiando city are here. Shui Yue looked around and couldn't help but admire. Shui Binger gently touched Xiao Han on the side and asked. Xiao Han, what are you thinking about? I'm calculating how much bonus we will get if we win first place in the Tiando division. Shui Binger smiled slightly. With your strength, you will definitely shine in the Soul Master competition. Maybe you will be able to obtain the status of a noble very early and be reused by the Empire. Then you won't care so much about money. Xiao Han shook his head. I don't care about nobility or titles at all. What I want is freedom. Even that old man Shui Yi doesn't care about me. Haha tilde he is ambitious and worthy of being our unique little junior brother. Have you figured it out? How much money can you get? 500 gold soul coins will be awarded for each win in the qualifiers. An additional 3,000 will be awarded for entering the promotion match. Each of the top 5 teams in the promotion match will be rewarded 10,000. If they can win the final championship, the rewards will be even more. Calculation, there must be tens of thousands. This amount of money is nothing to Xiao Han and Shui Binger, but since there are girls from ordinary families in the team, money is still very important. While the two were talking, a group of strangely dressed people passed by them. They were wearing shit green school uniforms. Each of them had a monster pattern on their chest that almost occupied the entire chest. On the back, there were 6 bright characters, GG, embroidered with red silk thread. As soon as these people appeared, they immediately attracted more attention and even stole the limelight from the Tianshui beauty group. The sarcasm was endless. What college is this? Did you just come out of the latrine? Why are you wearing a shit green uniform? And that pattern on the chest, what is it? Are they really soul masters? This is the most luxurious Tiando city in the empire. How can there be such a rubbish participating team? Look at that fat man. Even if he's ugly, he's still vulgar. It turns out that they also know how to be ashamed, so they all put on masks, haha tilde tilde. Shui Binger whispered. That team just now was dressed very strangely. There are indeed some weird things. Ugly people tend to cause mischief. Xiao Han knew that they were the Shrek 7 devils. From the color of their hair and clothes, it is not difficult to identify their respective identities. The yellow-haired Dai Mubai, the red-haired Ma Hongjun, the silver-haired Oscar, the short-haired Xiao Zonsan, the black-haired Zhu Zuqing, the brown-haired Ning Rongrong, and the other one is Xiao Wu. Xiao Han and his party came to the rest area provided specifically for participating colleges in the main competition venue. There are thousands of seats in the spacious rest area, which are divided into areas for each Soul Master Academy to rest and wait. The arrival of the Tianshui beauty group quickly attracted the attention of other Soul Masters. Brother Xiao Han, come here. Feng Xiaoshan saw them, waved and shouted. The members of Kamikaze Academy wore uniform cyan uniforms and stood together with a group of people wearing red uniforms. Obviously, the one wearing the red uniform is Team Blazing. Binger, let's go over there. Good. Feng Xiaoshan was very happy to see Xiao Han again after 2 years. Brother Xiao Han, you are finally here. What level is your soul power now? More than level 50, what about you? Feng Xiaoshan looked surprised and felt unbelievable. Okay, you kid lied to me before. I knew you were the strongest in the Tianshui team. Alas, after 2 years, I still haven't caught up with you. Xiao Han grinned. Judging from your tone, you have made a lot of progress in the past 2 years. Not as good as you, only level 46. Quote. Very good, I finally woke you up. It's a shame to waste your energy on women with your talent. Feng Xiaoshan chuckled. Brother, I have to thank you. After I left your academy last time, Huo Wu asked me to raise my soul power to level 45 or above within 2 years, or else ignore me. I finally did it, and it exceeded level 1. That's right, women are all about being strong, especially women like Huo Wu who want to be strong. So are you still studying the Wind Demon Wolf continuous slash? Of course, that is my trump card. Now it has reached 36 consecutive kills. I will let you see its power when the time comes, hee hee. Okay, I'll wait. Xiao Han sighed in his heart. If Feng Xiaoshan had had this realization earlier, his current level would definitely be above him. Feng Xiaoshan leaned close to Xiao Han's ear and whispered. There are several brothers in my team who are all single and in pretty good condition. Since I went to your college last time and came back, all of them have been distracted. You know so many girls, can you introduce them to my brothers? One time. You're doing a good job as the boss. I treat you as a brother, but you care about the girls in my college. That's all, there are a lot of beauties in our college anyway. Then let me thank you first on behalf of the brothers. After everything is done, the benefits will be yours. Xiao Han smiled disdainfully. Superficial. What benefits do I want? I am seeking happiness for the alumni. Being your teammate should not be an ordinary person. Marrying them is better than marrying those fat and rich people. You still have a plan. What you said is that my teammates all have potential and their character is guaranteed. Huo Wuxuang's head popped up out of nowhere. Good brother, can you introduce one to me? Feng Xiaoshan patted Huo Wuxuang on the shoulder and said with a smile. Wuxuang has more potential. He is the successor to the Dean of Blazing Fire Academy. If you introduce the girl to him, he can become the Dean's wife in the future, tilde. What the hell are you doing? Okay. In order to show your sincerity, if you meet Tianshui in the qualifiers, you should take the initiative to admit defeat. On the other side, Team Shrek also entered. Chapter 44. Some strength, but not much. The school uniforms of Team Shrek were too weird. As soon as they appeared, everyone looked at them with disdain, so they had to hide in an inconspicuous corner. Tang San's eyes scanned for a week, and finally landed on the Tianshui girl group. Xiao Wu asked. Brother, what are you looking at? Ma Hongjun smiled evilly and joked. What else can we watch? Of course it's beautiful women. Third brother is also a man, so it's hard not to miss this, right? Tang San looked focused, as if he didn't hear Ma Hongjun's teasing. Dai Mubai asked. Mistress, what's wrong? It's him. The mysterious boy who won 100 consecutive games in the Soto Spirit Fighting Arena finally appeared. Everyone followed Tang San's gaze and immediately saw Xiao Han, who was particularly conspicuous among the Tianshui girl group. Xiao Han had a great time chatting with Feng Xiaoshan, Huo Wuxuang and others. Tang San said. The one wearing the cyan uniforms should be the Divine Wind Academy, and the one wearing the red uniforms is the Blazing Fire Academy. I heard the teacher say that the 3 elemental academies are all old colleges with good strength. In the 3 previous Soul Master in the competition, they all entered the finals as the top 5 in the Tiando division. Ma Hongjun said disapprovingly. No matter what the elemental academy is, no one can interfere with our determination to win the championship. Shrek will win. Yes, Shrek will win. Oscar agreed. Tang San frowned, not daring to be careless. Xiao Han's second soul ring has reached the 1,000-year level, and he also has a teammate with the top beast martial Soul Ice Phoenix. The team has control, strong attack, agility attack, and auxiliary soul masters. It is not that easy to deal with. We must not underestimate the enemy. Quote. Dai Mubai nodded. Xiao San is right. What kind of strength they have, we will know when the competition officially starts. Lin Zhuro came to the team. I have signed up for you. The opening ceremony is about to begin. Get ready to enter. Xiaohan, Binger, you two can just bring everyone in. Good. Xiaohan, in the previous 3 Soul Master competitions, our Tianshui College has never had a male team member. Your appearance will definitely become the center of attention later, so be mentally prepared in advance. Mom, I'm very strong inside, so don't worry about me. Yes, Dean Lin. Our junior brother is so handsome, he is not afraid of any strange looks at all. Dean Lin smiled and nodded, then left. Soon, the competition staff began to organize the teams from various colleges to enter the competition. Walking in the entrance passage, Xiao Han had already heard the roar of the mountains and the tsunami. A huge and open square came into view, surrounded by cheering spectators. The diameter of this site is more than 150 meters. Directly in front of the central venue is a podium with a golden background. Behind the rostrum is the VIP area, where the most prestigious people in the Tiando Empire sit. When each college enters, there will be a special MC on the podium to introduce it. The academies that came in front have already formed their formation in the center of the field. Following closely behind the Kamikaze and Blazing Fire team, the Tianshui team also entered the arena. Shui Binger and Shui Wu walked at the front of the team, while Xiao Han walked alone at the back. The appearance of the Tianshui team immediately caused attracting everyone's attention. There was an even louder commotion in the auditorium. The Master of Ceremonies introduced. The next team to enter is the Tianshui College team. Different from the previous three teams, there is a male player in the Tianshui College team this time. This male team member must have good strength. Only then will they be admitted to Tianshui College. Let's look forward to their performance. Xiao Han looked up at the VIP seats and immediately saw Qian Runshui, who was pretending to be Prince Shui Qinghe. She was sitting in the second row. At this time, Qian Runshui was also looking at Xiao Han. The two looked at each other. Xiao Han smiled slightly at her and nodded lightly. There were only 3 people sitting in the first row in front of Shui Qinghe. It is not difficult to identify them from their clothes. The one in the middle is Emperor Shui Yi, the one on the left is the Platinum Bishop Solace of Wuhun Palace, and the one on the right is Ning Fengji, the master of Qibao Glazed Sect. The most disliked Shrek team made its final appearance. As soon as they appeared, they aroused laughter from the audience. This team is the weirdest in this Soul Master competition. They actually use shit green as the color of their uniforms. The dean must have had his head caught in the door. What a bunch of toads. How dare you come to participate in the Soul Master competition like this? Tang San and his entourage endured the ridicule from the audience as they entered. The Master of Ceremonies introduced. The last one to enter is the team from Shrek Academy. They are wearing bright and fancy costumes and are full of confidence. The registration slogan is, Champions without opponents. They have great ideas, so I wish them better success in the competition. Stay away. As soon as the MC finished speaking, there was another burst of ridicule from the audience. Subsequently, Emperor Shui Yi issued a declaration to start the game. Immediately afterwards, Ning Fengji also delivered a speech. The Master of Ceremonies asked. Sect Leader Ning, there are a total of 28 teams participating in the Tiando City Division qualifiers this time. Which one do you like the most? Ning Fengji smiled slightly. In addition to the Tiando Royal Academy team that entered the finals as a seed team, I am also optimistic about another team. I think they can not only enter the finals, but may even win the championship of this Soul Master competition. Oh. I wonder which team is so favored by Sect Master Ning. I forgive you for not being able to reveal it for the time being. I believe that the final champion of this competition must belong to the Tiando Empire. Ning Fengji's words aroused heated discussion among the audience, and even the students on the field became restless. Everyone is guessing which team he is talking about. Only Xiao Han knew in his heart that he was referring to Shrek. Xiao Han grinned and thought to himself, Ning Fengji, you are mistaken. Next, Solace conducted the draw for the first round of qualifiers. According to the rules of the qualifiers, each team will compete with the other 27 teams, and the top 5 with the best results will enter the promotion round and the finals. The Tianshui team's opponent in the first round is the weak Kangnan College, and the game will be held tomorrow. After today's opening ceremony, there was only one exhibition match. The second team of Tiando Royal Academy faced its first opponent, and the one they drew happened to be Shrek Academy. All participating colleges withdraw from the competition. Xiao Han and his party came to the viewing area specially prepared for the contestants. Shui Binger asked. Xiao Han, I don't know which team sect leader Ning was talking about just now, but it's definitely not us. The team he is optimistic about must have some strength. Xiao Han smiled disdainfully. The team he mentioned should be playing soon. Really? Could it be the second team of the Royal Academy? They don't seem to have that strength. No. It's more likely to be Team Shrek. Shui Binger was a little surprised. No way. Those people from Shrek look very strange, they don't look like Soul Masters. They do look like a group of clowns. However, those few people have some strength, but not much. Chapter 45 What the fuck is a surprise? Under the gaze of 80,000 spectators, a total of 14 people from the second team of Tiando Royal Academy and the Shrek team stepped onto the stage. Team Shrek sent Tang San, Dai Mubai, Xiaowu and 4 substitutes. Tang San and his party had been humiliated at the Tiando Royal Academy. For them, this was a good opportunity for revenge. With the referee's announcement, the first qualifying round of the Soul Master competition officially began. On Team Shrek's side, Tang San took the lead in launching the attack. After several people from the second team of Tiando Royal Academy were trapped by Tang San with blue-silver cages, Daimubai and others launched a fierce attack on them. Those 7 people were all third-level War Spirit Masters, and they were defenseless against the stormy attacks of the Shrek team. There were screams in the ring, some people were beaten with broken bones, and some were dripping with blood. Since the Soul Master competition was held, there has never been such a tragic situation in the arena. Contrary to the expectations of all the viewers, Team Shrek actually resolved the battle within 1 minute. Their cruel methods and severe injuries to their opponents shocked all the spectators present. The audience who originally laughed at Team Shrek realized that they were not as unbearable as they thought. After witnessing this tragic situation with her own eyes, Shui Binger believed Xiao Han's conjecture even more. Xiao Han, no wonder you say that the Shrek team is favored by Sect Master Ning. They do have some strength, especially the blue-silver grass Soul Master who controls the field. However, this is only the qualifying round, and their methods are too cruel. Xiao Hanhan snorted. The little bastard's consistency style, vicious and cruel. If we meet them, we will beat them to a pulp. Xiao Han knew that they would meet Shrek Academy sooner or later. However, with Yu Xiaoging's style, after learning about their strong strength, he might choose to avoid their edge and give up the game. After all, as long as they maintain the top 5 record, they can enter the finals. But the group of pessimists are mysteriously confident, and it is not impossible to meet them. No matter what, they will definitely meet on the court. After dinner, Lin Zhuro gathered the team members. Tomorrow's game, your opponent is Kangnan Academy. As far as I know, their strength is not strong, and can even be described as weak. Even if Xiaohan and Binger don't play, you can easily win the game. Shui Wu asked. Dean Lin, do you mean that the captain and Xiaohan will not play tomorrow? Before Lin Zhuro could answer, Xiaohan said. Mom, I don't think we need to hide our strength. After some weak teams know our strength, they will give up the game when they meet us. If we can win without fighting, we can have more rest time. Shui Binger nodded. President Lin, I agree with Xiao Han's point of view. Lin Zhuro thought about it. It seems that our Tianshui College can't keep a low profile. How about this, Xiao Han and Shui Wu will not play tomorrow, and Binger will lead the team. Okay. The main force of the Tianshui team has all reached the level of Soul Sector above. Even if Xiao Han and Shui Wu, 2 Soul Kings, don't play, they can still shock the audience. The next day, Xiao Han and his party came to the competition venue. 5 arenas have been set up in the center of the venue, 1 central arena and 4 sub-arenas. 5 games will be held simultaneously, with 3 rounds every day. The team that can compete in the central arena must be the team that attracts more attention. The Tianshui team was arranged on the central arena without surprise because of the 2 hot topics of the beauty group and the only male student since the establishment of the school. They will play in the first round. The Shrek team participated in the exhibition match yesterday, so they didn't play today. But Tang San and his party still came to the viewing area of the participating college teams. Tang San wanted to know what kind of strength Xiao Han and the people of the Tianshui team had. Looking around, Tang San found Xiao Han on the other side and couldn't help frowning. Is he not playing today? Is it because the opponent is weaker? Just when Tang San was wondering, the voice of the host of the competition spread throughout the arena through the loudspeaker. Today's game will start soon, please ask the participating teams to step onto the stage. As soon as the host finished speaking, a roar of applause came from the audience. Yesterday's exhibition match was just an appetizer, which ended in 1 minute and was not satisfying at all. From today on, 5 games will be held simultaneously on the field. This means that hundreds of spirit rings will bloom at the same time. Such a shocking scene will only appear once every 5 years. Under the gaze of everyone, the Tianshui beauty group slowly stepped onto the center stage. A burst of screams came from the audience. Tianshui College is worthy of being a beauty base. They are also beautiful. Yes, not only beautiful but also powerful. Hey, why didn't the male player yesterday play? When he played, he stood at the end of the team. He should be a substitute with not very strong strength. Who cares, there are beautiful women to watch. Come on, beauties from Tianshui. Shui Yuer waved enthusiastically to the audience who cheered for them to show her gratitude. The audience cheered even louder. Looking at the group of girls, Ma Hongjun's eyes lit up and his mouth watered. Oscar couldn't help but tease. Fatty, have you never seen a girl? Look at your little achievement. You know shit. You have Rongrong, Douluo I has little wildcat, Sanjay has Xiao Wu, and I'm the only single dog. What's wrong with looking at them a few more times? Hey, you're completely hopeless. Tang San stared straight at the center of the venue, as if he was afraid of missing something. The host announced. Please all participating players release their martial spirits and spirit rings. The competition will officially start in 1 minute. With the host's announcement, a total of 70 soul masters on the 5 stages released their martial souls and soul rings almost at the same time. The colorful lights intertwined together, illuminating the sky like daylight. And in the entire venue, Shui Binger from Tianshui College was undoubtedly the most dazzling presence. She stood at the front of the team, with an upright posture, cold and noble. A huge ice phoenix floated up from behind her, and the temperature around her suddenly dropped sharply, and even the audience in the audience shivered involuntarily. What was even more shocking was that Shui Binger the soul rings around her body. 5 soul rings of yellow, yellow, purple, purple and black are arranged in order. The 10,000-year soul ring with black light shows Shui Binger's identity as a soul king. Since the Soul Master competition was held, there has never been a 10,000-year soul ring in the Tiando competition area. Everyone present was deeply shocked by this scene. Even those experienced soul masters have never seen such a young soul king. Shui Binger's existence seems to be the most perfect interpretation of the word, genius. She has both strength and beauty, and instantly became the focus of everyone's attention. Look. That's the Ice Phoenix, the legendary top beast martial soul. Oh my god, Shihei is actually a soul king, how is this possible? Exclamation mark quote. I am afraid that Kangnan College will be in trouble now. Facing such an opponent, they have no chance of winning. The audience's discussions were full of amazement and awe. After witnessing Shui Binger's martial soul and spirit rings, the Kangnan Academy players couldn't help but show despair on their faces. They knew that the outcome of this game was doomed from the moment Shui Binger released her martial soul. Shui Binger's appearance was so shocking that everyone ignored the existence of her teammates. When people reacted, they were even more shocked. In addition to Shui Binger, 5 of the other 6 people in the Tianshui team have reached the level of 4-ringed Battle Soul Sect, and only one is a 3-ringed Battle Soul Lord. Moreover, all 7 of them have the best spirit ring configuration. Seeing this scene, Emperor Shui Yi was surprised and happy. He looked at Ning Fengji beside him and smiled. Master Ning, this is the team you are most optimistic about, right? Chapter 46 Qian Runshui protects the way. Faced with the inquiry of Emperor Shui Yi, Ning Fengji pretended to be calm and smiled to hide his inner embarrassment. He was originally optimistic about the Shrek team, thinking that with the talented boy Tang San, the Shrek team could go further. It is rare to reach the soul sect level at the age of 14, and the potential is unlimited. However, when seeing the martial spirits and spirit rings of Shui Binger and her teammates, Ning Fengji's heart was like being hit by something, and he was shocked and a little painful. Fortunately, I didn't tell Emperor Shui Yi yesterday that I was most optimistic about the Shrek team, otherwise I would have been slapped in the face now. Your Majesty, I said that the final champion of this Soul Master competition belongs to the Empire. Emperor Shui Yi was even happier. Master Ning, it turns out that you have known the strength of the Tianshui Academy team for a long time. This year is the 4th Soul Master competition, and our Tiando Empire has never had a Soul King level participating student. Moreover, the overall strength of the Tianshui team is not bad, and almost all of them are Soul Masters above the Soul Sect level. Good. It's really great. Congratulations, Your Majesty. Let's enjoy the game. Well, there are 2 more rounds of competitions to come, and maybe more outstanding young Soul Masters will appear. Ning Fengji nodded and smiled, without making any further responses. The Platinum Bishop Saras, who was sitting on the other side of Emperor Shui Yi, looked a little ugly. He simply couldn't believe that the Tianshui Academy team had such strength. 1 Battle Soul King, 5 Battle Soul Sects and 1 Battle Soul Lord, and all of them were of the same elemental attribute. With such a lineup to participate in the finals, it is enough to get the top 3 results. However, this lineup is not enough to threaten the luxurious lineup of the Wuhun Hall Academy team with 3 Battle Soul Kings and 4 Battle Soul Sects above level 45. Humph. The champion must belong to the Wuhun Hall Academy. On the other side, Tang San and those people from Shrek were all stunned when they saw Shui Binger and the martial spirits and spirit rings of the Tianshui team. Oscar opened his mouth in shock. What's going on? She actually reached the Soul King level. Yes. And there are 5 Battle Soul Masters in the team. Ma Hongjun wiped his eyes and checked carefully. What's going on with this Tianshui beauty group? Isn't it a bit outrageous? Dai Mubai looked at Tang San, who was silent on the side, and said softly. Xiao San, it seems that your intuition is right. The strength of the Tianshui Academy team is indeed not to be underestimated. Tang San nodded slightly and looked at Xiao Han, who was watching the game. What's more terrifying is that the strongest person in the team has not yet played. So, there are at least 2 Battle Soul Kings in their team. That's right. In addition, the assistant did not play either. With her assistance, the overall strength of the Tianshui team will be even more terrifying. Ma Hongjun sighed. I didn't expect this year's Tianshui team to be so strong. It seems that there is another stumbling block on our way to winning the championship. Tang San's eyes suddenly became sharp. Facing a stronger opponent, we can't lose confidence no matter what we lose. No team can stop us from winning the championship. The Spirit Hall has 3 War Soul Kings and 4 War Soul Sects above level 45. We are not afraid of challenges, let alone their single-element Tianshui team. Dai Mubai responded. Xiao San is right. Before we met, we didn't have the opportunity to understand the Spirit Hall Academy team, but we could learn about the Tianshui Academy team by watching the game. So what if they are at a higher level? Using the weak to defeat the strong is our Shrek 7 Devils' forte. As long as we find their weaknesses and flaws, we can still defeat them. Boss Dai said it well. The Shrek 7 Devils were full of confidence and felt that they were up to it again. In an inconspicuous corner of the spectator seats, Yu Xiaogang frowned and sighed in his heart. Is the strength of the Tianshui College team this year so strong? That person hasn't played yet. If we meet them, I'm afraid. 1 minute had passed, and the Tianshui team did not take the initiative to attack on the center stage. None of their opponents, the Kangnan College team, was above level 40, and they were all shivering with cold. It is more likely that they were scared. Suddenly, the leader of Kangnan College raised a white flag and shouted loudly. Referee, we Kangnan College admit defeat. The audience was in an uproar. They originally wanted to see a wonderful crushing performance, but they didn't expect the opponent to take the initiative to admit defeat before the battle started. However, it was indeed a wise decision. Facing such a powerful Tianshui team, it would be strange if Kangnan College was not beaten. Compared to the crushing of the Tiando Royal College Team 2 by the Shrek team yesterday, it was more impressive that the other team surrendered without a fight under the shock of the Tianshui team. Xiao Han stood beside Lin Zhiro and smiled. Mom, am I right? In this way, when teams with weaker strength see us, they will admit defeat like Kangnan College. I am afraid that there are not many teams that dare to fight us head-on. Don't be so proud. Do you know why I didn't send you to the field? I guess I was afraid that I would be too dazzling and attract the attention of Dugu Bo. Well, It's good that you know. Xiao Han smiled disapprovingly. Mom, the truth will come out sooner or later. Even if I don't make a move in the qualifiers, I will show up in the promotions and finals. He will know what I am capable of sooner or later. But how can he know that this is related to absorbing the immortal grass? He doesn't understand immortal grass at all. What you said seems to make sense, but it's better to be cautious. Mom, since you are so worried, I'd better find a helper. What helper? Do you mean His Royal Highness the Crown Prince? Yes. He is my only connection in Tiando City. Xiao Han knew that although Douluo I didn't know those immortal grasses, Tang San did. However, those immortal grasses were absorbed into their bodies, and Tang San didn't have the mental power of Yu Guan, so he couldn't feel them. The Tianshui team has such a strong overall strength that it will definitely arouse Tang San's suspicion. Tang San is a villain who can do anything to achieve his goals. He may tell Douluo about his suspicions. Douluo is vicious and cruel. Even if there is no solid evidence, he will kill people. For safety reasons, they had to find Qian Runshui and ask her to send someone to protect them secretly. After the game, Feng Xiaoshan and Huo Wushuang found Xiao Han. Feng Xiaoshan sighed. Your Tianshui team is too strong. There are still 2 fighting soul kings who have not played today. It seems that we in Chuo Academy have no choice but to admit defeat. Xiao Han smiled. Brothers, thank you. Huo Wushuang said. Since you are so strong, go and win the championship and let them see the strength of our Element Academy. Okay. With the support of our brother schools, we will definitely win the final victory. Shenfeng and Chuo took the initiative to give up the game. Among the remaining strong teams, the only ones who dared to challenge Tianshui Academy might be Lei Ting and Shrek Academy. Chapter 47. You are stubborn, right? In the afternoon, Xiao Han came to find Qian Runshui. Qian Runshui's disguise is very powerful. After 2 years of not seeing each other, Qian Runshui's appearance as Shui Qinghe changed as she grew older. She looked more mature, about 27 or 28 years old. Qian Runshui was very happy to see Xiao Han again. From the first time they met until now, Xiao Han's appearance has been changing, gradually getting rid of his childishness and becoming more and more like a man. Hello, Your Highness. No need to be polite. Xiao Han, you and I have known each other for many years. You don't have to be so restrained in the future. Just call me Brother Shui. Okay, Brother Shui. Shui Qinghe smiled and nodded. You came at the right time. I wanted to find you. Brother Shui, what's the matter with you? Today, your Tianshui College team's performance on the center stage amazed everyone present. Of course, I was also shocked. I know that they can have their current strength thanks to you. If I'm not mistaken, they all took your magic grass. Xiao Han did not deny it and nodded. Brother Shui, did the Xuanxiang White Angel I gave you last time help you improve your soul power after taking it? Of course it helped. Otherwise, how would I know that they had taken your fairy grass? By the way, I also want to thank you. That fairy grass helped me break through the bottleneck, and the speed of cultivation has also increased a lot. That's good. Qian Runshui did not say the specific level. Xiao Han guessed that she should be referring to the bottleneck of level 60. Having been lurking in the Tiando Palace for many years, Qian Runshui could not concentrate on cultivation. Not only did she have to spend a lot of energy on disguise, but she also had to study and delve into the way of the Emperor and plan for the future. Otherwise, with her innate talent of full soul power at level 20, she would not have broken through level 60 until now. Brother Xiao Han, what do you want to see me for? Brother Shui, I have an unwelcome request. There are no outsiders here, just say it. Our Tianshui team's performance is too dazzling, which may arouse Douluo's suspicion, so. Qian Runshui smiled slightly, knowing what Xiao Han wanted to say. We both thought of the same thing, and I was just about to tell you about this. Really? Well, don't worry. This is Tiando City. Even if Douluo has some suspicion, he can't do anything to you. Moreover, I have sent people to protect you secretly. After hearing this, Xiao Han felt relieved. Brother Shui, thank you for your concern. It's nothing. You are the strongest team in the Tianto Empire, and you even have the opportunity to win the Soul Master competition and win glory for the Empire. The Empire will of course do its best to ensure your safety. Whether in the name of the Empire or in the name of Qian Runshui herself, she can't let Tianshui College, a huge potential stock, suffer any loss. Brother Shui, I feel relieved when you say this. Well, just focus on the game. I know that the more shocking scene is still to come, that is, when you appear. By the way, what level are you now? Level 55. Qian Runshui nodded, her eyes full of praise. You have reached level 55 at the age of 16. You are the fastest soul master I know to achieve this achievement. Your future achievements are limitless. Keep working hard, the future belongs to you. Well, I will. Xiaohan and Qian Runshui chatted for a while and then left the palace. In the next few days, all the teams that met the Tianshui College team had already raised the white flag and conceded defeat before the game started. So, not only Xiaohan, but also Shui Binger and the other girls had no chance to show their strength. That day, they finally met a stubborn opponent, Shangjia College. Lin Zhuro said. The Shangjia College team is the strongest team we have met so far. They have already lost to Shrek, Thunder and Shenfeng. If they lose a few more games, they may not be able to enter the top 5, so they have to face us. Shui Yuei said excitedly. Isn't that great? We finally have a chance to show our strength. Lin Zhuro nodded and reminded. The strength of the Elephant Armor Academy is not weak. The Elephant Armor sect it relies on ranks 6th among the 7 major sects. The 7 main players are all direct descendants of the Elephant Armor sect, and their martial spirits are all diamond mammoths with the strongest defense. 3 of them have reached level 40 or above, and the other 4 are also close to level 40. They can be said to be the new generation of elites of the Elephant Armor sect. Shui Binger said with a firm look. Dean Lin, no matter what kind of opponent we encounter, I believe we can win. They are known for their strongest defense, and the opportunity to test our strength has come. Well, of course I believe in you too. Shui Wu will also play today, and all of you will play with your main forces. Okay. The girls looked at Xiaohan together. Yu Haro teased. It's not the turn of the junior brother to deal with opponents of the level of the Elephant Armor sect, Xiaohan, don't worry. I want to play with you, but I still have to follow Dean Lin's arrangements. Lin Zhuro looked at Xiaohan and said. Xiaohan, Thunder Academy has always been our nemesis. When we meet them, I will let you play. Yes. Okay. You all get ready. We are about to play. Binger, don't use the martial soul fusion technique unless it is absolutely necessary. Okay, I know. Soon, the game started. As the most watched team, the Tianshui Academy team was arranged on the center stage without exception. As soon as the girls stepped onto the stage, they aroused a tsunami of cheers, all of which were in support of them. The Tianshui Academy team finally met a decent opponent. I look forward to their performance. The Shangjia Academy team has lost 3 games. This time, they will meet the stronger Tianshui team. I am afraid they will have to explain themselves. You see, the Tianshui team seems to have changed. The girl with long black hair has not appeared before. Maybe she is a stronger player. On the center stage, the Tianshui team formed a 151 formation, with Shui Binger standing at the front and Shui Wu standing at the back. The Shangjia Academy team formed a simple one-line formation, with all standing in the same row. The 7 people were all very strong, with the shortest one being over 2 meters tall and the tallest even over 2.5 meters tall. Their weight was also amazing, with the lightest weighing over 300 kilograms and the heaviest weighing over 500 kilograms. In the previous game, the strategy of the Shangjia Academy team was to consume the opponent's soul power with extremely strong defense, and then relying on the powerful power of the martial spirit, they forced the opponent out of the ring. Even though they knew that the Tianshui Academy team was very strong, they did not choose to admit defeat. Because the diameter of the competition ring is only 30 meters, for them, this is an advantage. The reason why they lost to Shrek, Shenfeng and Lei Ting before was that the opponent's attack was too fierce and they could not resist. In the previous competition, the opponents of the Tianshui Academy team all gave up the game voluntarily. The girls only showed their martial spirits and spirit rings, but not their attack power. Therefore, they believed that the team had the strength to fight against the group of girls from Tianshui. Chapter 48 Girl, Stop Fighting. The opponent of Shrek Academy is in the next round. Tang San and his friends also stared at the central ring on the competition field, wanting to see what kind of strength the Tianshui team had. Brother, the Tianshui team seems to have changed someone. Well, that's the assistant in their team. It seems that they are going to show their strength today. But the person you mentioned still didn't play. Yes. This is enough to show how confident they are. Even when facing the powerful Shangjia Academy team, they still have some reservations. As the two were talking, the host's voice suddenly came from the loudspeaker. Please release your martial spirits and spirit rings from each team. The competition will officially start in 1 minute. As the host's voice fell, the 10 teams on the 5 stages, a total of 70 spirit masters, all released their martial spirits and spirit rings. The center of the venue was gorgeous. The dazzling light caused the audience to boil. With the release of the Diamond Mammoth martial spirit of the Shangjia Academy team, Shui Binger and the others felt an invisible force approaching. The burly and muscular players began to emit a faint earthy yellow light, and huge beast shadows suddenly took shape behind him. They were wearing heavy armor, and their fangs were a foot long. The 7 people stomped their feet on the ground at the same time, shaking the ring. This power was too violent. Facing these 7 diamond mammoths that were as big as mountains, Shui Binger was not afraid at all. The audience suddenly became restless. What shocked everyone was that another 5-ringed war spirit king appeared in the Tianshui Academy team. Although she was standing at the back of the team, the dazzling light on Shuiwu could not be concealed. 5 spirit rings of yellow, purple, and black were arranged around her in turn, echoing Shui Binger who was standing at the front of the team. Seeing Shuiwu's martial spirit and spirit rings, the audience exploded again. Compared to the last time, the Tianshui team's appearance this time was more explosive. All 7 players are above level 40, 2 are Battle Soul Kings, and 5 are Battle Soul Sects. Oh my god, another Battle Soul King appeared in the Tianshui team, and he is also an assistant. All the players are above level 40, these beauties are too powerful. I wonder what attack skills they have, I look forward to their performance. The game officially began. 7 huge diamond mammoths lined up in a row, almost occupying half of the entire arena. They took heavy steps and approached Shui Binger and others step by step. Shui Binger moved. Accompanied by the sudden flash of her first soul ring, the first soul skill was frozen and activated. A chill instantly filled the entire arena. A layer of crystal clear and hard ice spread from her feet at an astonishing speed, and instantly wrapped all 7 members of the Shangjia Academy team like a tide. Their huge bodies were instantly frozen and unable to move. Seeing this scene, the audience exclaimed and admired. It's actually a control system instant skill, and it's group control. Tang San frowned slightly and stared at the ring. He knew that the Elephant Armor Academy team would never give up easily, and the next counterattack would be even more fierce. Sure enough, the frozen Elephant Armor team members began to try to break out of the ice with their own martial arts power. The earthy yellow light flashed inside the ice layer, and the roar of the diamond mammoth could be faintly heard through the ice. Roar tilde. Accompanied by a deafening roar, Hu Yanli, the strongest captain of the Elephant Armor team, broke out of the ice first. Immediately afterwards, other team members also broke out of the ice. However, Shui Binger did not give them a chance to fight back. Immediately afterwards, other team members also broke out of the ice. However, Shui Binger did not give them a chance to fight back. Immediately saw an ice blue halo spreading from her body, and directly hit the 7 people on the opposite side. The huge impact force caused one person who had not yet stood firm to fall heavily on the ring. Sisters, make a quick decision. Understood. The girls of Tianshui launched an attack together. Phoenix ice spikes, extreme cold tornadoes, sawtooth water blades, giant crocodile impacts and other attacks followed one after another. As the snow danced, large flakes of snow fell from the sky, and the entire ring suddenly turned into an icy world, providing assistance to teammates while weakening the opponent's defense. The temperature in the area where the center ring was located dropped sharply, even affecting the ring next door. All the Soul Masters who were fighting fiercely next door felt the biting cold. The 7 people of the Elephant Armor team not only had to withstand the violent storm-like attacks, but also had to constantly consume soul power to resist the cold, and they were almost unable to resist. Their movements, which were not fast enough to begin with, became even more clumsy, and they soon froze to death on the field. It's so cold. I can't stand it. Girls, stop fighting. Can't we just admit defeat? Seeing the other side admit defeat, Shui Binger and the others restrained their soul power. The game ended and the Tianshui College team won. In the VIP seats. Seeing the wonderful performance of the Tianshui team, Emperor Shui Yi was so happy that he couldn't close his mouth. Master Ning, the strength of the Tianshui College team has exceeded all of our imaginations and has once again brought us surprises. Ning Fengji smiled awkwardly. Congratulations, Your Majesty. The Empire is getting closer and closer to the championship of the Soul Master competition. Hearing the conversation between Emperor Shui Yi and Ning Fengji, the Platinum Bishop Solace on the side had a gloomy face, and his half-closed eyes released a hint of fierceness that was not easy to detect. The outstanding performance of the Tianshui team once again aroused his vigilance. In addition to Shui Binger, there was another Battle Soul King, and he was an auxiliary Soul Master who could change the battlefield environment. This is a big threat to the Spirit Hall Academy team. Under the control of Pope Bibi Dong, the Spirit Hall will never allow the existence of powerful people who are not under control. If a genius Spirit Master cannot be used by the Spirit Hall, he will be ruthlessly wiped out. The brilliant Tianshui Academy team has fully entered the surveillance range of Saras. After the preliminaries, he will report this situation to Pope Bibi Dong who is far away in the Spirit City. The Shrek team won another game today, but Tang San was not happy. On the way back, he was silent, as if thinking about something. Xiao Wu asked, "Brother, are you thinking about the Tianshui team?" Tang San nodded and said in a deep voice, "Yes. I really didn't expect that the assistant master had also reached the Soul King level and had the ability to control the weather. Including Xiao Han, who has not yet played, there are 3 fighting spirit kings in their team. Team Tianshui is really powerful. Captain Shui Binger not only has control, but also strong attack ability. If we meet them, it will definitely be a fierce battle. Yes. However, I believe that we still have the possibility of winning. Of course, our goal is to win the championship, and we must overcome every mountain in front of us." Well said. Tang San nodded, and evil thoughts spontaneously emerged in his heart. Chapter 49 The bad guy is looking for abuse. Before you know it, the first 10 rounds have passed. The teams participating in the qualifiers have already widened the gap. So far, Tianshui, Kamikaze, Thunder, Blazing Fire and Shrek teams have maintained an undefeated record, winning all 10 games. These 5 colleges have not encountered each other in previous competitions. However, after the 11th round today, the top 3 will be determined among the 5 colleges. Because, Divine Wind Academy and Thunder Academy will have a showdown, and Blazing Academy's opponent is Shrek Academy. There will definitely be 2 losers in these 2 groups of duels. Tianshui Academy easily defeated Elephant Academy last time, showing a good attack power. Their opponent today took the initiative to abandon the game after learning the result of the draw. The game begins. In the first round, Kamikaze Academy faced off against Thunder Academy in the center arena. This powerful showdown has attracted much attention. The Thunder Academy is led by Yu Tianxin, who possesses the top-level beast martial soul, the blue electric Tyrannosaurus. He is a level 43 attack-type fighting soul sect. There is also a level 43 control-type war soul sect with the Thunder Spider Spirit in the team and 2 other level 41 war soul sects. The remaining 3 are all war soul sects. However, in terms of overall strength, Kamikaze Academy is stronger. Feng Xiaoshan possesses the mutated beast martial soul Gale Wind 2-headed wolf. His soul power has reached level 46, close to level 47. Not only does he have extremely powerful attack power, but he also has the ability to fly, and his speed is also top-notch. Moreover, in addition to Feng Xiaoshan, there are 3 other fighting soul sects and 3 fighting soul masters in the team, all of which are attack soul masters. In the previous 10 games, Feng Xiaoshan had never appeared on the court, but his teammates were still able to easily defeat their opponents and win 10 consecutive games. Facing Thunder Academy, Feng Xiaoshan did not dare to be careless and appeared in person. After a fierce battle, Kamikaze team finally defeated Thunder team and won the 11th victory. Soon it will be Blazing Academy's turn. After Feng Xiaoshan got off the ring, he immediately found Huo Wu and Huo Wuxuang. Xiao Han and the members of the Tianshui team were also there. They came to support the brother colleges without having to play. Feng Xiaoshan said, "Team Shrek has some strength, but I believe you will be able to win." Huo Wuxuang grinned and said confidently, "Does that need to be said? I have already seen it in the previous 10 games. The strongest in their team are the 2 fighting spirit sects. The kid who controls the field has a spirit of blue-silver grass. When he meets our fire element spirit, master, aren't you just looking for abuse? That evil-eyed white tiger soul master has a good attack power, but he can't take any advantage against my one-horned fire tyrannosaurus." Xiao Han reminded. "What you said makes sense. However, Shrek's team leader is the master of theory Yu Shaogang. Tang San is restrained by you, so it is possible that they will abandon the game." Huo Wu proudly said. "Abandoning the game. Finally encountered a challenging team, I don't want them to abandon the game." Xiao Han ignored Huo Wu. He knew that Team Blazing Fire would most likely win this game. Because, with Yu Shaogang's character, he might not let the entire Shrek team play. Tang San didn't take the fairy grass, so his blue-silver grass naturally had no fire immunity. No blue-silver entanglement or blue-silver cage could pose a threat to the fire spirit master. The 8 spider spears were poisonous, but Tang San would not use them easily. Besides, fire spirit masters had natural resistance to poisons. On the other side, Team Shrek. When he learned that today's opponent was Blazing Academy, Yu Shaogang called everyone together. "Your opponent today is Blazing Academy. They are quite powerful. They have never lost in the preliminaries so far. I suggest you give up. Abandon the game. Master, we finally met a decent opponent, how can we abandon the game? We also have no defeat." Ma Hongjun was the first to be unconvinced. In the previous 10 games, in order to hide their strength, Ma Hongjun and Ning Rongrong never appeared on the court, and Oscar only appeared on the court against Elephant Academy. Most of those games were played by Tang San, Dai Mubai, Xiaowu and Zhu Zuqing with 3 substitutes. Facing a team of pure fire-based soul masters, Ma Hongjun finally got the opportunity to perform, and Ma Hongjun naturally didn't want to miss it. "Master, why do we give up?" Yu Shaogang sighed and explained. "I don't have much time, so I will make the story short. You have also seen that Elephant Armor Academy, which is also an Element Academy, lost to you, Kamikaze, Thunder, Tianshui and Blazing Fire Academy one after another. They followed the standard extreme style. The single defensive ability is the best, but it cannot win against strong teams by relying on this alone. Although Kamikaze, Thunder, Tianshui and Blazing Academy are all of a single element, they are not just extreme flow, but use balanced flow to perform extreme flow, so they can go further. Your opponent, Blazing Team, has fire power attack, fire field control, fire agility attack and fire support. In previous games, because their opponents were not strong enough, they somewhat hid their strength. When I met you today, I thought they would have nothing to hide anymore. Blazing Academy, like Thunder Academy, is famous for its attacks. Although Mubai, Xiaowu and Zuqing all have good attack abilities, they are all afraid of the flames, not to mention Xiaosun's blue-silver grass martial spirit. Ma Hongjun is also a fire soul master, but he alone is not enough. After all, this is a team battle. The competition only lasted 10 rounds, but Xiangjia Academy had already lost 5 games. Even if we lost to Tianshui, Kamikaze, Thunder and Blazing Fire, we could still enter the promotion round and the finals in 5th place. Therefore, I advise you to give up this game. Sometimes, giving up when necessary is also a good strategy. Tang San and several others looked at each other. They all knew in their hearts that Yu Xiaoging's analysis made sense. However, everyone was unwilling to abandon the game when they encountered the first strong team. Teacher, let us play. Isn't the strong team used to test our strength? Tang San's tone was very firm. Ma Hongjun said excitedly. Master, it's my turn now, right? Yu Xiaoging nodded. He knew Tang San would not give up easily. Xiao San, Mu Bai, Xiao Wu, Ma Hongjun, Tai Long, Huang Yuan, Jing Ling, you seven come on stage. Remember, act according to the situation and don't force it. Clear. In previous games, Yu Xiaoging deliberately concealed the strength of the team. Dai Mubai and Zhu Zuqing's martial soul fusion skill Netherworld White Tiger, Ma Hongjun's evil fire, and Ning Rongrong's assistants have never appeared. This time, in order to face Blazing Academy, Ma Hongjun had to be sent. Soon, 2 teams of 14 people came to the center arena. Among the Blazing Academy team, Huo Wu has the highest level, Control Department, and Soul Power has reached level 43. Huo Wushuang, level 42, follows the explosive route, and is recognized as the strongest head-on among the Soul Masters who have competed in this qualifying round. In addition, there is a level 38 Power Attack type Fire Leopard Spirit Master, 2 level 39 Agility type Fire Crane Spirit Masters, and 2 auxiliary Mars Spirits with certain attack capabilities. Martial Soul Master. This is Team Shrek. Tang San and Dai Mubai were both at level 42, Xiao Wu was at level 39, Tai Long and Ma Hongjun were both at level 38, and Huang Yuan and Jing Ling were both at level 35. Chapter 50. Does a chicken deserve to be called Phoenix? The game hasn't started yet, both sides are staring at each other coldly, and there is a strong smell of gunpowder in the air. Huo Wushuang looked at Tang San and grinned. Your Shrek team has achieved a winning streak, but when we encounter blazing fire, the winning streak is about to end. You guys are really stubborn. Wuhun Blue Silver Grass, why are you here to join in the fun? You are not pure. Looking for abuse. Tang San replied not to be outdone. It's not certain who will lose and who will win. What happened to the Blue Silver Grass martial spirit? Maybe it's you who end the winning streak. If you don't overestimate your capabilities, just wait and see. HMPH. Who is afraid of whom? Dai Mubai and Ma Hongjun were both gearing up and ready to make a move. In a focus battle that ended previously, Kamikaze Team and Thunder Team gave everyone a wonderful performance. Next, the most anticipated one is this one. The game is about to begin, and the audience is discussing it heatedly. The field-controlling Soul Master of Team Shrek is the brains of the team and is very powerful, but his blue-silver grass martial soul is perfectly restrained by the fire element. Can we still win this game? Yes. However, their lineup has been adjusted. The fat red-haired guy is making his first appearance on stage. He may have good strength. That damn fat guy is so ugly, what kind of strength can he have? I'm more optimistic about Team Blazing. Some of the audience supported Team Shrek, some supported Team Blazing, and more supported Team Blazing to win. This game will pit the Blazing Academy team against the Shrek Academy team. In the previous games, they both achieved 10 consecutive victories, but today there is destined to be only one winner. Who can win? Let us wait and see. Invite players from both sides release their respective martial souls and soul rings, and the competition will officially begin in 1 minute. Following the referee's announcement, all 14 people on the center stage released their respective martial spirits and soul rings. A hot breath suddenly rose from the arena, and even the audience in the auditorium felt the heat rushing towards their faces. Their martial souls are different, but their soul ring configurations are surprisingly consistent. They are all composed of 2 4-ring fighting soul masters and 5 3-ring fighting soul masters, and all of them have the best soul ring configuration. Seeing this scene, the audience was excited again. I thought that guy was so powerful, but he turned out to be a grass chicken martial spirit. The difference is that the grass chicken has a fire attribute. No wonder he was sent on the field. However, that guy is too fat, and paired with his martial spirit, he looks so weird, like an old hen on fire, haha tilde. Seeing Ma Hongjun's martial spirit, the members of the Blazing Fire team couldn't help but laugh. Huo Wushuang said. It turns out that he is just a grass chicken, which can be regarded as a fire attribute. However, among us fire attribute soul masters, it is really rare to be as fat as you. What kind of idiot? Look clearly, this is the evil fire phoenix. The two fire crane soul masters in the Blazing Fire team couldn't help but taunted. What the hell kind of phoenix are you? At most, you're just a turkey. That's right. A turkey is also worthy of being called a phoenix, so let's fut as a flamingo. Little phoenix. It really makes me laugh out loud. Faced with the ridicule of several members of the Blazing Fire team, Ma Hongjun was filled with rage. The purple-red light on his body flourished, and he could not wait to join the battle immediately. Ma Hongjun's martial spirit was mutated from a grass chicken. The flame contained many impurities and was evil fire. Although the evil fire was extremely hot and had good attack power, it also had huge flaws, which caused him a lot of trouble. After Tang San met Ma Hongjun, he tried every means to help him remove the impurities in the flame, but the effect was minimal. Perhaps only when Ma Hongjun is strong enough can he control the power of the evil fire. The game officially begins. Dai Mubai did not hesitate to face Huo Wushuang, who had the most powerful attack power in the opposing team. Tang San faced Huo Wu. Xiaowu faced off against the Fire Leopard Spirit Master, and Ma Hongjun faced off against the Fire Crane Spirit Master who was mocking him. The remaining people also faced their own opponents. Tang San tentatively waved a piece of blue-silver grass, and the moment it touched Huo Wu, the blue-silver grass turned into ashes. You really overestimate your capabilities. Like a moth rushing to a flame, you are looking for abuse. Give up as soon as possible, and it will lessen the pain. Faced with Huo Wu's ridicule, Tang San remained calm. As early as the first time Tang San fought against Ma Hongjun, his blue-silver grass was perfectly restrained by evil fire. I just didn't expect that Huo Wu's flames were so powerful. Although his blue-silver grass contains highly poisonous substances, all flame soul masters are naturally immune to poison, so it is unrealistic to attack them with poison. Tang San put away all his soul rings, stopped using any soul skills, and concentrated his soul power into his moves. Zhan Yu Hand, Control the Crane and Capture the Dragon, and Ghost Shadow Follow the Steps can all be used to play games with your opponents. The 8 spider spears with attached soul bones and the clear sky hammer are both killer weapons and will not be used lightly. As Huo Wu waved his hands, flaming blades shot towards Tang San. Tang San stepped on the ghostly shadow, and while quickly dodging, he stretched out his mysterious jade hand to meet Huo Wu. With the sudden flash of the third soul ring on his body, Huo Wu performed his third soul skill, resisting the fire ring. A blazing red halo came straight towards Tang San. Tang San crouched down, using his legs to leap up high, dodging the blow. You do have a few tricks up your sleeve, but this victory belongs to our Blazing Academy. After Huo Wu finished speaking, he launched another attack. On the other side, the fists of Huo Wushuang and Dai Mubai collided fiercely, and a burning smell suddenly filled the air. How does the roasted tiger paw taste? Don't be so proud, I'll give you a punch. Faced with Huo Wushwang's ridicule, Dai Mubai became furious, endured the pain, and launched another attack. Ma Hongjun's evil fire not only has a high temperature, but also has strong adhesion, making it difficult for ordinary soul masters to resist. But he had no advantage against the Fire Crane Spirit Master who was not afraid of flames and was faster than him. His turkey spirit could only fly at low altitude, and after fighting with the agility and attack-type Fire Crane Spirit Master for several rounds, he was exhausted and panting. Facing the Fire Leopard Spirit Master, Xiaowu didn't take any advantage. Although she was very fast, the blazing flames on her opponent's body made it impossible for her to fight at close range, and the Fire Leopard Spirit Master was not weak at all. The other 3 members of the Shrek team were all at a disadvantage when facing their opponents' flame attacks. Although Huo Wu was a control-type soul master, her attacks were not weak at all. The fierce flames emanating from her body gave Tang San no chance to even get close. Tang San kept dodging, trying to consume Huo Wu's soul power, and when she was weak, he would give her a winning blow. But he still underestimated Huowu. Seeing that Tang San did not use soul skills, Huowu also reduced the use of soul skills to save soul power. It was difficult for Tang San to cope with just the fire attacks. With a scream, Jing Ling was the first to be kicked out of the ring. Jing Ling's elimination put the Shrek team into a 6-on-7 situation, making them even more passive. Damn it! We were suppressed and beaten the whole time. When have we, the Shrek 7 Devils, ever suffered such humiliation? Are we going to admit defeat like this? No. Smelling the smell of his hair being burned, Tang San felt very unwilling and gritted his teeth in anger. His whole body was burned red by the flames, like a cooked shrimp. At this moment, Tang San stared at Huowu opposite him, his right calf suddenly exerted force, and a black aura condensed in his left palm without any warning. Seeing this scene, Yu Shaogang broke out in a cold sweat. Referee, please stop the game. Shrek Academy admits defeat.